fact that you are sitting here today, ready to take this next step, this next journey, shows that you've persevered, you found a way forward. We are certainly honored that you chose BGSU for your next journey.
I chose BG because I loved how when I walked on campus, it just felt like a whole community and everyone was so welcoming.
I chose BGSU because they got great people, great culture, and a great campus here.
I'm excited to trying some new things, enjoying some new clubs, and just meeting new people.
And for the first time this season, your BGSU Falcons will have a Thursday night game here at the Slater Family Ice Arena. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. Dan Ridenour joined alongside Chip Creinin. So here we go. Bowling Green off to an 0-4 start. A little rough, but here they go. A big chance tonight against the Miami Redhawks here, Chip.
Yeah, I think it's a great chance. Play spoiler here. Redhawks 1-1. They split with Ohio State. Only 2 games they've played. Falcons still looking for that first W.
Yeah, they're really looking for it. They really are going out there, though, Quite the excitement, quite the entertainment. They're going to have Ryan Hoover, Seth Gobble, and Andrew Updike starting for them. And then Bracken Buck and Aiden Granica. So we've seen those guys move around quite a bit so far this year, but good for Buck to get a second start of the season.
Yeah, I really like that guy. Bracken Buck has a nice ring to it, but the effort, the amount of want that he wants to be here, the play, Granica, it really complements Aiden Granica's style. Does Bracken Buck, and I think those two have been a great pair so far for the Falcons.
Well, Buck comes from a hockey family. His brother playing at St. John's. He played 3 seasons there as well, so definitely a hockey family all around, but really looking forward to those starters tonight. As for the Miami Redhawks, Zach Wiseman's going to be getting that start in net. Overall, he's got some Northwest Ohio ties, though, as well, Chip. Played with the Sylvania North Stars, so that was a little north of here up at Tam O'Shanter. Now a little bit south, though, back at it again. Miami is 500 flat on the year, currently 1-1. We're going to see if they can go below 500 tonight on the road.
Yeah, I'll take. You can't see him, but number 1, Zach Wiseman, not very tall. He's only 5'7", but man, does he play well. He played well for the Redhawks last year against us in their victory. Nothing but praise for the guy.
Well,
because he's 5'7".
Well, and talking about height too, Chip, I think we got to give Seth Gobble a shout out. Looking at him, with that frame that he brings out there, the tallest man on the ice. So, be seeing a lot of him, especially at that center position, to be a big body for the Falcons.
Yeah, he'll get the start like we mentioned prior. I've nothing but liked seeing what I've seen from the freshman.
Yeah, and let's get a roll on too. Let's start with our keys to the game, folks, here as we roll along. So, as we're getting that up right now, let's take a look at it as well. The first one I have is just start early. Just like anything in life, the earlier you can start, the better off it's going to be. And really overall,
your credit score. Credit score is a great one on that.
Well, and you have to start early, and that's what Bowling Green's going to have to do tonight, is get that early start. We've seen a lot of these games, Ohio State, Michigan. They didn't get the first goal. It was the opponent who did, and it didn't go out in their favor, so that's the first one, Chip, is they have to start early tonight.
Yeah, and I think that's big. We have yet to score the first goal of the game. And I don't think the Falcons did it often last year. And they had one win last year, but still, you go from here to there. You can't go from here to here. You got to go baby steps, right? Scoring the first goal, that's a baby step in my opinion. So let's start there. I like that key to the game.
Right, and that's a big part of it too. Second one, as you see, quality over quantity. We've seen it too in practice. We've seen it in games. They're attempting shots from way far out, and they're not quite going their way. And obviously, Bowling Green's been kind of struggling with shots on goal, but it only counts if it gets on Wiseman tonight. So I'd say you got to get those quality shots, and I'm not saying pass it around, play hot potato with it in a circle. I'm saying be able to open up the play, find where your opportunity is, and take advantage of it.
I couldn't agree more. I think the Falcons need to get better quality shots. Yeah, like it says, quality over quantity. As I'm watching the warm up, I'm trying to think. Andrew Updike's he's going to score tonight. I just have a weird feeling he's going to score on Wiseman. He's got a great shot. We've been in the gym all off season, skipping team events, go to the gym. He's still going to the gym.
Yeah.
Keywords going to the gym. That's something the team doesn't do, is we don't go to the gym enough, and I think Andrew Updike's provided that, and he's going to show it tonight.
Well, Updike definitely has that, physical stature to him, and really for his 60th game as a Falcon, really going to be looking forward to bringing it, especially for Ezekiel. He's going to be looking forward for that. Now let's get to the final one that we have tonight, Chip, and I'd say that's play all three periods. They've had they've had semi-strong first, they've had strong thirds. They have to get to that second period, and it's not just them. They're not the only hockey team in the world that has a bad second period. My team struggled with it and all that, but you got to really consider that second period, and I don't know if it's they lose gas after the first or they're just not quite in it mentally. They're too comfortable. But really, that second period, they need to start laying the groundwork for tonight, and what better opportunity than here Thursday night?
I would agree with that. I think a great Thursday night game. Of course, tomorrow we travel down to Oxford. I travel down to Oxford. I don't think you're making the trip. So it'll just be me solo tomorrow night, or tomorrow afternoon actually in Oxford. But I think that second period really haunted us in and here at Michigan, or any game that we played against Michigan was a trouble second period. It scored, I think we were -10 different goal differential in the second period against Michigan, and it showed.
Well,
I think it really hurt our momentum that we had. The penalty Hoover took really killed what we had going. I just think a full 60 minutes, like you said, is going to be key.
They really have to get that 60 minutes, and we're going to be looking forward to that as we're around 2 minutes left to puck drop here at the Slater Family Ice Arena. Looking forward to a phenomenal Thursday night here. But
shout out to Reagan Cordes watching us on YouTube.
Well, let's give a shout out to him as well. Thank you everybody as well for watching us here tonight for BGSU Club Hockey here on YouTube. Around 1:40 left till we begin. Again, your starters for the BGSU Falcons going to be Ryan Hoover, Seth Gobble, Andrew Updike, and then Aiden Granica and Bracken Buck. And how could we forget Mitch Norkovicius going to be getting a second start tonight as well.
Yeah, I really like the play of Norkovicius, even though he allowed 6 goals against Ohio State. I really liked his play. I think 2 shorthanded goals, most were odd man rushes. I really liked how he played. Him and Riley Martin have played decent for the Falcons so far this year.
Well, and Martin's played, Norkovicius has played. Riley's done a phenomenal job, kept us in that first game of the season. And it was great to see him with that and kind of, how he moved the puck and where he wanted to go. And really as well, it just comes down to a team effort. And I'd say, too, if they're able to lock down the zone, especially in front of the net, we could see a completely different ball game.
100%.
Yeah. And so there you have it. We're less than a minute now to puck drop. Going to be rolling along.
Forgot to mention a couple lineup changes in for the Falcons. C.J. Brown, welcome him back to the lineup. Out Ryan Feeler-Johnson in that third line spot.
Yep, we'll make note of that. RFJ not here tonight. But anyways, as we were going, we'll get rolling along here to game time. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us here on a wonderful Thursday night. This is BGSU Club Hockey here on YouTube.
We're still live. There's 10 seconds left. All for tuning in, all 73 of you watching.
Well, this might be the most that this might break the record for the.
I think there's been plenty of times that it's probably broke, but yeah.
Well, and here we go. Let's get ready for the anthems here. This is. Hockey fans, welcome everybody to the Slater Family Ice Arena. I'm Dan Ridenour, joined alongside Chip Creinin, and here we go. The same tune they play at Nationwide Arena for the Columbus Blue Jackets. They're playing here for Thursday night hockey. Looking forward to it as well. A lot of anticipation coming into tonight. Miami coming in at a 1-1 record. Your Falcons are 0-4, unfortunately. Looking to change the tide, however, and it's all going to start in the crease with Mitch Norkovicius, who is getting the start of the third year going for the BGSU Falcons from Bourne, Massachusetts. Looking at around currently a .860 save percentage as well, but he has got 92 career starts overall, so a lot to see from him as well. But he's got a lot going for him, especially here with Bowling Green, and it's going to start, I'd say, tonight between the pipes. And the other one to look out for the Miami Redhawks is Zach Wiseman. Looking at him, he's got 14 games played with Miami, a bit of a Northwest Ohio tie as well, as we mentioned, playing with the Sylvania North Stars AAA hockey team from 2019 to 2020, averaging around a .880 save percentage. How about that, Chip?
Sorry, yeah, texting coach real fast. He was texting me.
Well, here we go. Gobble to take the face-off, and we are underway here at the Slater. Right across now, Granica to hit the puck, and that's going to go. Updike was the intended target, but that will be nonetheless picked up by Marsick. The shot, just a high, wide. Marsick almost getting his rebound there. Goes through Ryan Hoover into Updike, back to Hoover again. Going on the far side, Hoover looking for a shot. Forced to go right, and he'll try to get somewhere. Looks like that got off Gobble. Now Miami has a bit of a rush. Miller with the long pass over, gets the puck moving along to Schweitzer. Then back moving to Erbelhot, and that goes in, and Miami, with 32 seconds in, gets a goal. It's 1-0 Redhawks.
I mean, good shot. I don't think Norkovicius caught it all the way. Oh, I see what you're saying. I didn't do that.
Well, and that, with 32 seconds in, Miami takes a demanding force just going across the ice. That's going to be a tough one to swallow, folks, but let's get back to it here. We're going to figure out who got that goal and the assist once we hear it on the PA, but right back at it, Gobble going to be taking the face-off here against Amato. And that one going back to the defense. Tyler Bell going to be the defenseman there, and now we take it back again here, waiting just a little bit longer. Looks like lines are going to change here as well. Anthony Higgins going to be out there for the orange and brown to take this one. Owen Bentley as well with Ted Scholze will be out there, but that one going. Mark Rudo going to be stepping up a little bit, and that one forced back to Bentley. Bentley going to Scholze just right in front of him a little bit, and a big boom there by Knifers from Finland. He will go, and then back to it again. Here we have it as Miami now trying to control the puck a bit. Looks like McMullen got a bit of a piece on it, but now Higgins going to be forcing a chase behind to Amato, as now it looks like Ben Amato, the Minnetonka, Minnesota man, going to be chasing it. A little DC action, though. He'll just dump and chase that one, as now we're taking it back behind the net. Looks like there's a couple Redhawks, a couple Falcons, but Higgins going to be fighting for it. Looks like Knifers going to try to chime in there, and Rudo going to clear it. Goes to the neutral zone through the feet of McMullen in a physical, quick game out of nowhere.
Yeah, a minute and a half in. Not a great start for the Falcons. Falcons controlling the puck.
And Owen Bentley gives it up in front, and that one almost in. A save there by Norkovicius, and another save as well. The original shot attempt by Michael Lau, that number 14. And that could have been a difficult 2-0 game with less than 2 minutes into the period.
I mean, yeah.
Now back
Falcons,
for it again.
Falcons got to be careful in their own zone.
Looks like Kleinau going to be taking that, Kleinau taking that face off and now moving it back. And that one cleared, almost hit Timmy in the head. Wearing the backwards cap, that could have been a tough situation, but RJ Donahue looks like that was the one to clear that one. The Boston man throwing it into the bench like we throw tea into the harbor. Now here we go. And we'll be back for it again. Kleinau going to be taking the face off now against Lau. That one goes back, and now Zororonsky going to be taking that, and Donahue goes cross ice, and that one picked up by a Red Hawk. Viasala going to have it, but going to be losing possession of it, and then they get it right back again, goes into the zone. Looks like Gaeta's going to be chasing that as well, and then back to Kiesel. Going to lose possession out of it, however, but it goes and it's ruled out of the neutral zone. And now we'll be taking it again. Conway going to try to clear that, and he'll get a bit of a piece on it. But Miami coming out hot. Gaeta now with the puck, going to be looking. Goes behind the net, tries to go through, almost intercepted, throwing it up the middle is Conway. But now Kiesel with an opportunity, loses possession of it, however, and now Lau will have it, goes cross ice. Miami waiting for it, as we'll have a change for the Falcons. Going out there's Aiden Granica. As now Liam Conway behind the net, going to get bumped, and looks like Granica's the one who ends up getting knocked down, even though the hit was supposed to be on Conway. As this one's going back now, Bowling Green to lose possession of it. They get it right back again, however. Kleinow going to clear it, and we might have an icing off their chip. And that one, yeah, will go all the way down, and Miami starting early. They must have seen the keys of the game because they have come out on all cylinders, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, Miami sure has come with a jump. Come out with a jump. Sorry, I'm working on camera duty as well, so it's hard for me to listen and to keep track.
Daniel Beck at home, not here tonight, but here we go. Miami going to be able to keep it in the zone. That's Tarovich for the Redhawks, as now Granica going to try to clear that one, and now Tarovich going to be chasing it as well. The orange and brown going to choose to chase that, but cross ice again. A bit of a tip action, though. Picked up by Granica, goes through the feet of McLaughlin, and then that one's back to Tarovich. Tarovich now moving it to Newton. Newton to Tarovich again. Going to be waiting for it. Goes across. The intended target there, Berlando takes a shot. Looks like it's blocked. Patton going to get that one over, then back again. Rolling that to Granica. This looks like could have been a borderline hand pass by McLaughlin. Walked in, though. The tip, and that's a goal for Miami. Berlando took advantage of the rebound and also took advantage of a bit of a screen there, but that's just a huge part of it, is taking the opportunities. Norca vicious to give up two less than 5 minutes into this one.
Yeah, I think the Falcons just need to get the puck out. It comes basic plays. Instead of receiving on your backhand, receive it on your forehand, and you'll be able to get the puck out a little quicker.
Well, we'll try it again. Looks like Patton here going to be taking the face-off against Hartwell here at center ice as we get right back for it again. Not really the start that anybody wanted, but that one to go back. Bentley going to take that to Scholze. Ted Scholze now has some opportunities. Back to Bentley again. Waiting for that, seeing where he's going to go. He'll go across. Looks like it could have gone off that number 11 of Hartwell for Miami, but then trying to get cleared in is McLaughlin. McLaughlin to get taken down, though. And now Miami going to be moving the puck the other way. Miller going to be chasing for it. Has Scholze on him. Back to Patton. And almost loses possession of it is Nolan Patton. And then that one goes to Eric Miller, who gets that right back to the defense in front. Trying for it. McLaughlin to chase. A bit of a knock, but kept in the zone there by Miller. Going to get it moved across. Off the face mask of JT Webb as that one goes down and through. Around Scholze. Out in front. Off the stick of Bentley. As now they're moving forward around Eberholt, though, with it in front. Miller does not get it, though. Scholze able to clear it. And then Patton gets possession of it as well, just takes it to the neutral zone. And now moving is Miller. He's got a 1-on-3, as now he's got another. That's off the skate of Hartwell. As Scholze's chasing him as well. McLaughlin going to try to get that one through. Over to JT Webb. Webb now going to be knocked. He didn't even have possession of that, but a big hit there by Eberholt. As now Miami's moving it the other way. Falcons starting to bunch up a little bit, though, but the shot on net going to be Hartwell on the right side there.
I mean, it's a clean hit. Nice hit by Miami.
Whether or not JT had possession, though, we'll never know, but hit there by Miami, setting that physical tone here early. As Gobble going to be taking the face-off for the Falcons. Liam Conway behind the net going to be chasing for it as well. As they take it around, trying to go through the middle is the Redhawks, and Donahue going to miss that one. Hoover now has it. Updike and Gobble to follow. Hoover going to go through. He's from the area, but he doesn't quite connect. And then Conway with the slapper goes high and left. Going to be forcing back a bit of a trail. Bit of a forecheck there as well by Frado. They're going to force Donahue to go into the corner. Hoover going to lay a body. Is Updike in his 60th game going to try for it as well, and not quite. And now Donahue going to be chasing it up. He's got Redhawks with him. The back check, is it there? That's in front off the skate. And the net's off and into Norcovicius's pads.
See if they allow the Falcons to change, they will. After the net comes off, but Norcovicius made the save anyways.
Well, and that could have been ruled a kicked in, but I think you can deflect it, but if there was no forward motion, he's good to go.
He had a forward motion.
Well, going back again, Rudo reads it up to the defenseman. Here comes McMullen. McMullen now with some speed. Gonna look to, and he finds Rudo, but it's gonna be knocked away as that one going in the zone, saved by Ant. And now we'll try it through again. McMullen gonna be chasing it around a little bit to Marsnick as that one goes up through. Rudo keeps it in with his twig, and then McMullen tries it and off, and then back through again. As we're going back through it again. Knifers on the forecheck there, goes right back out though. Newton with the puck, able to dump it into the glove of Norkovicius. They'll force him to drop, and Granica's gonna pick it up. He'll get a pass to Higgins. Now waiting for it back again, Higgins to McMullen. Gonna be going around a little bit more. McMullen gonna try that, and that might be into the crowd. And I think it was. No, it wasn't. But there you have
it
it.
hit the Falcon bench. Sorry, my camera work's not great.
Well, hopefully I'm being descriptive enough, but here we go. Going to be ruling it in the zone. No penalties so far here in the first 6.5 minutes of play, but we do have an opportunity for Michigan here, or for Miami, because they got 13:24 left and already a 2-goal lead. But here they go. Bentley going to be trying to clear it. At that one goes over to Brown. Brown now to Scholze, going to try to clear it in, and he will. As now looks like Kiesel's going to try to get a boom on it, and then so's Kleinow. And Scholze, does he keep it in the zone? And then that doesn't even get to the defense. Forward's able to keep that one in. Going to be looking. Does he have Scholze cross ice? He's got 2 Redhawks on him. Waiting for it. That one might have found an opening, and now here we go. Going right down, and here it goes. There's Villasala as he's tripped by Owen Bentley. And there you have it, our first penalty of the game.
Yeah, Owen Bentley takes his man down, and stops moving his feet. You got to keep moving the feet.
Well, and that was part of not moving the feet. That was also part of, getting kind of out moved to the side with that speed, and really just kind of sacrificing himself to go to the box in order to avoid an opportunity that may or may not have happened. But here you go. Bowling Green to be shorthanded for 2 minutes.
Yeah, Miami's set up already.
Well, Judge gets that one over to Bell, then back in. Bell again at the front, moves it in off a tip for Miami, and they'll just get that one to the side. There's only 1 Falcon, 2 Redhawks down there. Got to try to stay in the box. Kind of got to keep a box here, keep the guys away from Norkovicius. As that one goes down deep, waiting for it again. That's back to Bell. Bell with the shot off the blocker of Norkovicius. As that one goes back to Bell, is he going to walk it in? No, he'll just pass it over. And now Judge going to get that, and Court is out of session. We are adjourned, going back into the zone. Miami going to be...
You were waiting for that one.
Yeah. Wiseman, though, going to be waiting on the far side. Gets it into the Bowling Green zone just like that after the Falcon clear. And now they're behind the net, moving it around. Specifically, that's Hartwell with the puck. And then going, and the shot by Bell goes out and deflected to the right. Back to Bell again. Bell moving on that far side, goes along to Berlando. And then the one-timer tipped by Bracken Buck, and not going to go for Brian Judge.
Yeah, I think that's a good job by the Falcons getting in the lane there. Job by Bracken Buck.
Well, good deflection there by Buck. Brian Judge really looking for it there, didn't quite find it. But here you go again. Around 11:43 and counting left. That one picked up by Graham Newton. Moving along to the side, there's Frado. Back to Newton again. To Frado, using these D-to-D passes as they'll walk it in. Waiting along a little more, going to the circle. Frado now with the puck. Is he going to choose to drop back or no? As he'll just hold on to it, trying to go to his D partner. If they've been moving, Frado gets it into the corner, and that will get it moving to Schweitzer, who now has the puck, moving it along, forcing the Falcons. And he'll go on that other side into the feet of Hoover, loses it, as then he gets it back again, and so close off the hand to Graham Newton, but he'll still keep possession of it. As that goes D-to-D again to Frado. Hoover going to be forcing him over, as then Ryan Hoover to get a bit of a change. Patton to come out, going in and in front, and that one just into the glove of Norkovicius, as that was tipped there by that number 18 of Cooper Bertholt.
Yeah, 8 seconds to go in the power play for the Redhawks.
So far been a Miami game, but we'll just keep the show on the road as that one goes along. 5 seconds and counting left. Bentley rolling to get out, and it will finally be over, but now Miami moving the puck. That's Knifers, tries to get it in front. Patton able to get possession of it. Got to watch Bentley for the too many men. Looks like he gets on the bench in time as that one going over to the far side, and now Patton looks like he'll be the one to chase against Donahue. And then the good clear there by R.J. Donahue to try to clear it. Carter Gata able to keep it in the zone, though. And another push and shove there by Knifers as we have a whistle blown.
You play until the whistle. I don't know where the puck was.
Well, and that's part of it, you know, playing until the whistle, and looks like they'll just take it to center ice, or no, they will not.
It'll just be
And now Patton get that one back. Carter Gata going to clear that one in right on net of Wiseman. Going to be forcing him to get down and butterfly for that. But now Marsnick has it behind. Going to try to fight
Good
for
work,
it
Amos.
is Tanner Amos. And we're officially almost halfway done. JT Webb trying for a second. Got close, but not quite. Eberholt now moving it along. A 3-on-2. Bowling Green really needing a back check here. And then that goes through the shot attempted by Marsnick as that one goes up. And now Patton not too happy, and neither is Liam Conway.
Yeah, I didn't see the extra, but great chance there for JT Webb.
Well,
shot it right at the goalie.
Got his first career goal at the Yost last week and was able to witness that. Almost got his second career one in back-to-back games, but maybe not. Maybe we'll see one from him tonight as that one's dropped, waiting for it again. Ted Scholze going to be the man on to press Eberholt as that one goes to the far side. Now Eric Miller going to be the one trying for it as well. 9:48 left in our first period. And now Colin Hartwell going to be moving it on. And then Gobble to Updike. And now it looks like we have a defenseman on the rush here. Ted Scholze going to be trying for it. As now we'll look for a pass, just ends up dumping that back in. Seth Gobble going to be chasing for it and going to be trying as that one ends up picked by Eric Miller as now he's taking it the other way. Owen Bentley, the defenseman on him. As he gets past Bentley, the shot, though, taken away by Norkovicius as that one goes through to Colin Hartwell. Going to be moving it. Tries to get it in front of the net. A good move. But Ted Scholze takes possession away from him as now Eberholt has it. And then in front, the one-timer, the net off. Eric Miller to try the shot, but the net to come off right there, Chip.
Yeah, I think it's a good play. I think Miami's going to try to use that speed to the outside a lot. Is something that we've noticed up here.
For sure trying that speed and really needing to get notoriety for it. But now here comes Gobble to line that one up. And then Bentley going to try the clear. Just ends up getting intercepted there by Brian Judge as that one goes on net as well. Norkovicius able to pick it up, though. So no harm, no foul for the Bowling Green Falcons.
Yeah.
Well, so far, here we go. 9:03 and counting left in the period. They'll try for it. The shot on net attempted there by Donahue. Hoover forechecking a little bit, but that one trying to go up, and that's going to be a field goal from Zoronsky. That number 5 there. Looks like Updike just got on him too much, and that's going to go into the net and be another deflection out of play here with 8:53 left in the first period.
I mean, yeah, not a good first 5 minutes for the Falcons, but play is slowed down here.
Well, and we'll take it from here, getting it moving along. As that one going to keep it moving as well. And looks like McMullen here with an opportunity. Gets cut off, though, by Lau. And he'll end up having the puck. A bit of a bank pass there to Donahue. Mark Rudo going to be pressing on him, though, as well. So here we go, trying for it again. As now that's back in the neutral zone. Then through the defense for Bracken Buck to Granica. As Rudo tried to get some possession on that. But R.J. Donahue now going to have it right behind, and then he gets that pass over to Zoronsky, is now trying it again. Zoronsky gets the puck back again and going, and then trying for the offside, saying that should have been called. As now they're going and cross ice. That's a successful pass in front, and then trying for it as the attempt was made there by Brian Judge, but McMullen now has momentum. He's with Rudo and Higgins. Higgins the shot just wide right and trying for it, and Granica, though, able to keep it in. Gets it back, and then that one wide by McMullen as well. Rudo going to be forced to keep it in, but not quite, and then Bracken Buck keeps possession of it and has it in his feet and then trying for it again. And a knock there, and then Buck able to keep it in, forces Miami in the neutral zone. Backtrack for a second. Furman going to move it along there. That number 21, as now we're back for Nathan Berlando, who passes it to Furman. Furman in front, going to try for it, and then no. That was Schweitzer there from Furman, and not quite going to connect.
Yeah, man, Anthony Higgins, great chance. You saw how frustrated it was that he didn't hit the net.
The close one there, but we'll try for it. Now 7:30 left in the first, going back for it again. Marshnick trying to get that pass over, and a bounce out in front. And Conway able to have it in his feet.
That'll be Brian Hall caught it. It's going to be a cross-checking penalty upcoming to the Redhawks.
Well, and that'll already be the second penalty on Miami.
No, first one. We get the first one.
Well, it seems just there's been a lot of physicality here. It's kind of hard to keep track. What I meant to say, you're right. The second penalty of this game, the first for Miami. So here we go. We're going to have a penalty here on Jackson Furman, going to be going. The Westerville, Ohio native going to be moving it along into the box. Owen Bentley was the man for BGSU who had the penalty earlier. And now Bowling Green with their first power play of the day. Just got to be careful, Chip, because we've seen some shorthanded goals this season against Bowling Green.
Yeah, 2 of them in this building against the Buckeyes.
Well, we'll take it back again. Looks like Hoover's down there fighting for it as well with C.J. Brown, but that goes to Ted Scholze up at the high slot. And then going, and Hoover with the fake and just tried it. Now C.J. Brown getting forced in the corner, takes it back to Scholze again as they'll be waiting for it. Now Ted Scholze gets it across, going, and then Kleinow with the shot.
Oh, I think that hit the post.
And that was close, but just getting in the standing in the way was Adam Marshnick. And then moving it down low, Andrew Updike to get that one in. And that one goes across. Looked like Hoover tried to get a pass. And now Ted Scholze getting forced with pressure there. That John Fredo moving it. And then here you go. Andrew Updike has the puck. Going to be moving it. Looks like a Statue of Liberty play here up ahead. Here comes Uppy. Going to be trying for it. Loses possession. Then that goes to C.J. Brown in the corner as he'll have one on and then make that 2 over to Granica now again. 6:20 and counting left as Updike to Granica. Now moving along. Right at the line. Updike to Granica. Moving it. And then Updike with the one-timer trying to find it. Brown and then to Hoover. There's Hoover on it. 6-on-6 with Tyler Bell. And that one goes through. Bowling Green got close. And now Hoover's getting into it. C.J. Brown's getting into it. And C.J. Brown with some extracurriculars on that number 18 of Cooper Herbalholt. Going for it there.
I mean, the Redhawks got the right guy. It was C.J. Brown that got the late whack in on
that was on Cooper Herbalholt, number 18, the Naperville native. And C.J. Brown having some words with him. So Kalamazoo versus Naperville here. And looks like the heavyweight bout where we were all anticipating for. But also, too, what surprises me, Chip, is I thought that Hoover was kind of getting in it, too. I was expecting that to go a lot further than it did.
I mean, yeah. Falcons are on a power play. They don't want to ruin it.
Well, and who knows who said what or anything, but now we'll get right back to it. As Higgins now going to be taking the face-off for Bowling Green. Up to forward turn defenseman Mark Rudo as that one's intercepted. And now Miami's going to have a 3-on-1, but Aiden Granica is going to be going down low to chase after that. Going to need to get some support. Looks like Gobble's a bit up high, and then that one intercepted and goes down for Miami. No icing due to it, but wide open the shot, and it's 3-0 Miami. The goal by the number 18 of Cooper Herbalholt.
You got to talk.
And then throwing up the middle interception there makes it 3-0 against Bowling Green.
Yeah, I think
Well, now we'll take it back again. Had to get a new pen, but here we go. Going to be moving along. Looks like Higgins still taking the face off. against the number 26 of Brian Judge there at that center position. But here we go. Ted Scholze now with the puck. Has it behind his net. Going to go left over to Higgins. Higgins looking over. He'll choose to stay to his left. He's got a back checker, though, and Brian Judge, as that one's going to be moving down low. McMullen now has it at around the hash marks. The penalty almost over, but a shot there from up high by Ted Scholze goes off the blocker of Wiseman. As that one going through, and here it goes. Miami has a chance here. Judge with the puck over on the far side, and that one in. And that one taken back. As now Gobble going to be trying to fight for it as well. Now Brian Judge moving it the other way. It's Judge versus McMullen, as that one's going to be off someone's stick and then taking it back. Conway now has the puck going against Judge, and there's two Falcons behind the net. Moving, though, is Scholze. And now here we wait for it again. Villasala there moving as well. That number 20 with Brian Judge as the 2-on-2 in tails. As now Scholze has a chance to start a breakout. He'll go cross ice, intercepted by Donahue. Just puts it right on Norkavicius. We're back at square one. And then moving, JT Webb has it. Going to try to clear it into the neutral zone. There's Amos who has the puck. And he'll just go back to JT Webb, loses in his feet. There's the Miami opportunity. No offside called, and there it goes on net, just wide in front. Attempted there by Amato. And then now in the neutral zone, waiting again. There's Amos to Webb. Webb just going to get a dump right there with 4 minutes and counting left as we keep rolling it along. Then Amos now, 11v22 with knifers, but that one going cross ice again. As that one's moving, Conway trying to force him wide right, and then here they go. 14 versus 24 in Fredo, but that one moving across Donahue, able to get that, and Donahue's lit up by Conway.
Good hit there by Conway to the right of your screen.
The only thing, though, Conway's got to get back as a defenseman.
I think they got him.
They might have. McLaughlin not too thrilled with that. The one thing I will say, though, that I kind of noticed, well, one, this game's getting chippy, but anytime it's the Bowling Green Falcons and the Miami Redhawks, it's bound to happen. Well,
I don't know where you're going with this one.
Well, I'm saying, I mean, hockey-wise, Michigan Tech's our biggest rival, without a doubt. But, I mean, club-wise, I mean, Ohio State, you got to look at Michigan, Miami now. But we've seen a lot of chippiness so far. But, yeah, they will get Liam Conway there for a 2-minute as we get it rolling again. JT Webb going to try to clear off it to Amos. And then trying for the shot. Miami waits on a one-timer into Norkavicius. He had to look back, but it is in his pad as Colin Hartwell tried the one-timer there.
It's hard to talk.
Well, part of that, too, as a defenseman is Conway was getting a little too high on that on where he needed to be. If he stays down a little bit lower, maybe that penalty doesn't happen. McLaughlin with an inadvertent high stick on Miller, but here we go. Brian Judge now with possession of it. Going to pass that along to Bell. Back to Judge again. In front, going to try for it. McLaughlin being steal possession, and Granica to finally clear it. And McLaughlin not too happy. He'll get a bit of a shove there in on Hartwell. As now waiting for it, going left, a bit of a back one there. Going to try for it. Right onto the stick of Brian Judge. Granica, though, going too high again, but might work out in his favor as he's able to clear it, but goes in the Miami bench. As that one will be a stoppage of play here, and looks like we might have some discussion here. And looks like Bowling Green wasn't allowed to change there, I believe.
Yeah, it's a declear zone. Instead of a penalty, it's you can't change.
Well, there was no tip either, so definitely keeping that in mind. 2:48 left here in the first period as we wait this one out. And then going for it, Granica now going to get that on that far side over to Eric Miller, who gets it high to the zone, and Brian Judge. Judge now with the puck trying to get that one up to Bell. Bell goes down low as well. That's over to Berlando, who still has it behind the net, but he'll just get it over to Judge again. And then Judge getting that one to Bell. Bell in front, trying for it.
Good box out there by Granica.
And then going, and that's
Geez,
McLaughlin off
ref,
the referee.
get out of the ref.
And Hoover with a bit of a shove there on Miller. And now Hoover's getting some discussion in with Brian Judge, the former Adrian Bulldog and a resident of the Oxford area, lives 45 minutes away from campus. And Yeah, just a bit of a tidbit on him. A big Reds fan, which as well, Cincinnati through and through, but
They're beating the Cubs or they beat the Pirates earlier. But the Mets are beating the Cubs. My phone died, so.
well, 41 seconds left in the Liam Conway penalty. That one to go off the stick of Updike as we take it along here and then going through. And then Schweitzer has it as well. Trying to get that one back and through, keeping it waiting. Rolling along, that one goes over to Newton. Graham Newton now has the puck, gonna go over to the right side, the shot, and that one's high and up. Looks like it went off Norkovicius, and there you'll have it again.
Yeah, I think that was a good stop there by Norkovicius. Saw it all the way through.
Well, good coordination at least, and I will say that is an improvement we've seen for Norkovicius, so good for him. Kind of Ohio State to now, I mean, definitely putting that work in practice. But here we go again. That one to go out to Newton, and the shot wide left. Bentley to try to clear it, going out and wide. Fredo now has the puck, goes to his partner in Newton. Newton goes down low to the left wing position, and Schweitzer. Then moving along again and trying the shot, but Patton able to block it. 4 seconds left, 3 seconds left, 2, and Liam Conway will be out and free.
Free bird.
Well, here we go. Miami now forced into their own territory, going now into the neutral zone. Now we're going to try to get past C.J. Brown and Owen Bentley, as there's Brown forcing a man wide. There's Lau.
Good play there by C.J. Brown.
But keeping it in the zone is Graham Newton as that one goes off, and now keeping it moving along here as Schweitzer has it, just goes into Norkovicius. And we'll wait a little bit further along here.
That might help if I do that. Zoom out a little bit. 3-0 Redhawks towards the end of the first here.
Well, let's wait for that along. Bracken Buck going to be chasing that one down deep by Ben Amato. Goes in front, but a good clear there by Aiden Granica. He's been clearing the puck really well today. It's good to see that from him, but now we go down into their own territory. Granica gets the puck back again to Bracken Buck, over to Granica, as now they try to clear it, and then a hit there on C.J. Brown. Miami regains possession on Norkovicius. The puck is loose and goes down, and now Amato has it. Takes it outside over to Villasala on net. And then into the corner, it's dumped. And then going D to D here. Miami trying that with Tarovic and Marsnick, but now goes low again. Goes in front, waiting for it, and then that one out wide. Amato goes cross ice all alone in front, but the pass chosen by Knifers not going to work out, as another incident with the referee in front. And then another boom there, trying for it as least on Kiesel. But now we wait. Granica has the puck now, and that takes his helmet off. Trying to get head contact. That'll be an immediate penalty there for Ali Knifers, the Finland native. And one thing that we noticed too, Chip, is they have two Finnish players, Arttu Viasalo and Ali Knifers, both from Finland here, and then another foreign player here for the Miami Redhawks is Tyler Bell, who is from Montreal.
I mean, yeah, that should just be a blatant 5-minute. You went right for the helmet head contact. They're gonna give him a 2, but
well, and I'm just gonna go on a side tangent here. I'm not sure if Granica follows this trend or not, but the cage hang, I'm just gonna be honest. As a former player myself, I never got the trend of it, and that's a big example on why that cage hang is a bad idea, especially when head-to-head contact happens like that. But here we go, 4 seconds left in the first period, as it looks like Miami's just going to try to kill that, and 3-on-1. And Tarovic holds it for the Miami Redhawks.
yeah, that'll do it. Good back half of the first period for the Falcons.
Well, and that'll be all she wrote for the first period. A rough start for Bowling Green. Got right back into it, though. Didn't really give up. Then an unfortunate one as well, but here we are, 3-0. It is possible, Chip. The Columbus Blue Jackets did it back in 2019 against the Tampa Bay Lightning. Our song's the same when we start. We'll see what else could be the same, but anyways, here we go. We're going to take ourselves a short break and be back for the first intermission report. This is BGSU Club Hockey here on YouTube. And welcome everybody to the first intermission report here. I'm Dan Ridenour, joined alongside Riley Martin, but here we go. 3-0 is what we're down right now, and kind of an unfortunate turn of events, just kind of seeing what was going on. Both teams have a penalty so far, but quite a game so far.
Yeah. You know what, Dan, the one thing that really got me that period was we just got to get it out. We got to get it out. Whatever we do, we got to make it possible to get it out. Whatever we have to do, if we have to slide, throw it out with our hands, do whatever we can, because that's what got us on that third one there. And definitely on the power play too. We gotta hunker down and get some more shots on, and we're still in this game here, folks, but definitely need to get some deep breaths here in the locker room and just got to restart here this period.
Well, and, reverting back to the keys of the game, you got to start early. And that was what we were kind of harping on with these boys, is they have to go out and they got to make the first move. And, I mean, it kind of was counterintuitive, though, because maybe I don't know if Miami was watching. I know some Redhawks are watching this broadcast. But really, when we were talking about that, they have it in the zone. They take it right back out, and they really just go cross ice and then right in. And that's a big thing, too, they're also taking advantage of is those rebounds. And, I mean,
yes,
as a goaltender yourself, what is your kind of perspective on that?
From my perspective, Dan, being a goalie myself here, we were taught that first shot. That's what we have to worry about. If we get that first shot, our job is that first shot. And then our defense, pick up sticks, do your best, clear the net out, clear that front. So, and then especially, let our goalies see it. That's a big thing, too, Dan. If our goalies can see it, we got a good chance.
Well,
yeah.
Well, and I was going to say too, there's a lot. I noticed it more against Michigan the other night. We've definitely improved on it, in practice, and you had a short time to turn right around. I mean, Michigan was a rough weekend, but you only get one practice, and I feel like for the most part the boys took advantage of it, and they really went out there and gave it their all. But really, right now is kind of going back to that. And I will say at least one thing we are doing is I don't think we're screening Mitch as much as we normally do.
No, I think he has been able to see it that first period, and I think we saw that with a lot of great saves from him. And that's just a big thing. I mean, if the goalie can't see it, if I can't see it, it's hard to stop that puck, But I think we got it in us, Dan. I mean, I was on the bench there for the first, and we're positive. We're positive, and there's not a lot of negativity going on, and we need that. We need that because all negativity is going to do is just keep us down, and we don't need that. We have to just get as a team here and just get together and just have fun, and that's the biggest thing. I think some of the guys, we got a lot of new college guys, and that's big because, very new team here, not very used to each other yet, and that's going to be a big deal. But I feel like once we get, some more team chemistry going, I really think we got something this year. But Miami's a good team, and I think we can come out here strong in the second here, Dan.
Well, I count going on your point, I count 6 freshmen on our roster that we've dressed tonight, and really, though, that's a big part of it as well. And I mean, but really overall, this is Mitch's second game he's getting at goaltender, and it's good to see him there for sure. And I mean, just a lot with the lines, the way they're working out, and that line, though, of Aiden Granica and Bracken Buck, though, working just like butter.
Yes, I love them pairing together. I really do. I think it's positive and negative with each other. I mean, it's good. Buck, he works his tail off. And then Granny, he can get the puck where it needs to be, and he's got good positioning. And I'm loving them. I'm loving them the first period. I think, really, we just made a couple individual little mistakes, and that's what hockey is, Dan. That's all it can take. And a couple, bad bounces in front of the net, quick shot, quick goals, and that happens. And I think we can get the same thing for us. A couple bad bounces, and we get good bounces our way, and maybe we get a couple in the back of the net here, Dan.
Well, and we've had those close chances. I mean, Higgins was close, Webb was close. We had those opportunities, and that's what Miami's really been taking advantage of. Is they're not really the goals that you're going to see on ESPN or anything like that. But at the end of the day, those goals count the exact same as the quote unquote highlight goals.
Yep.
But they're really taking advantage of those rebounds. They're really taking advantage, of not just once they're in the zone, but they're looking at the entire ice.
Yes.
And they're taking advantage, too, of, the breakout as well. I must say the Miami breakout has been phenomenal for them tonight.
Yes, for sure. Their breakout has been fantastic, really. But I think we just have to give some pressure and that'll start breaking up a little bit. We just have to force them to make some mistakes, really.
And so kind of while we're recapping this a little bit, going through with what we need and the momentum and everything like that, what would you say are kind of the main 2 or 3 points that we need going into the second period?
First point, Dan, I think we have to work as hard as we can. Get our feet moving, never stop. We have to keep moving. We can't, another point here, no puck watching. We can't puck watch. We have to look at the guys open, who's going to get the pucks next. Let's get some hockey IQ going, and let's cover our man. Third, I would say, for me, Dan, let's get as many shots on net as we can, because you know what that does? That gives us goal opportunities. And how many shots do we have in that first, Dan? Do you know?
We had not as much as we'd like, and I feel like you never can have enough shots. And I mean,
never.
Especially too, you got to really test him out. Zach Wiseman, he's a veteran on this team. A fourth year for Miami, and he's got the experience. I mean, he's played in the USPHL. He's played AAA. He's played it all. He's done all these things, and I mean, really, this is nowhere near his first rodeo. And really,
No.
you gotta realize that, but you also got to understand, no goalie on earth is Superman.
No, and especially with those experienced goalies, you want to do some weird stuff, maybe some weird angle shots. Get him off guard. That'll really get into his head, because if we just, fire the stomach shots, from the point, all that stuff, I mean, that's mediocre for him, and he'll be ready for all those. And, another point here, I'll add a fourth point. I think we need to start driving the net. We get a shot, we drive, get ready for that second opportunity if it's there.
Well, and Miami's been doing that phenomenally so
Yes,
far today
yes.
that we've been able to see. But, as we start to kind of close out this intermission report and get ready to prepare for the second period of play, do you have any final thoughts?
No, Dan, it's great talking with you. Very grateful to be here in Bowling Green, Ohio tonight. And I think we're only going to go up from here. So get ready for, stay tuned for the second period here, and watch your Falcons get a couple more goals here.
Absolutely. Stay tuned. Thank you so much for joining us, Riley. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, are you staying on for color commentary in this period?
If I can. If not, I will be back with you guys after the second for sure.
Well, looks like Chip's giving him the thumbs up maybe, but
I got to be on the bench. I'm also a part-time coach here, guys.
That is true. So we're going to be determined is what our verdict will be around a minute 15.
TBD.
A minute 15 left until the second period is underway, but we're going to be back at it in a little bit. But thank you so much for joining us here on this Thursday night here at the Slater. This is BGSU Club Hockey here on YouTube. And welcome everybody to the Madhouse on Mercer here on a glamorous Thursday, September night here. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Dan Ridenour, and here we go. Both teams talking it through, and we're getting a quick start at it again. Bowling Green down by 3 right now. Really needing to get that momentum back. And, you know, kind of talking with Riley during the intermission as he skedaddles down to the bench. But that's a big part of it, too, you know, is getting those rebounds and getting those chances. And, you know, really going to need that opportunity here ahead. And so far, Wiseman really standing on top of things here as well. And it's been pretty good, I'd say, for the Miami team so far. But looking to bring them down. Here we go. And the face-off now. Higgins going against Eric. Excuse me, going against Eric Miller, and here we go. Mark Rudo.
It was like different top line here. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot we were on the power play.
Yeah, and here we go. Around a minute 43 and counting left in that power play for Bowling Green. But Mark Rudo now going to have it. He'll choose some DC action. Dump and chase right down there into the other end. As now we wait for it along a little bit more. Going to need a chance, and that one cleared right out against Bowling Green. Norkovic is going to be forced to go out of his zone. And now Granica now going to need it as Aiden waits behind the net, choosing to go. Had his left and right for the breakout. He'll take it up a bit and then goes right. Forced left into a skate as that one's cleared out. Now here we go again. Behind the net, here we go, waiting for it. Going to need something. Looks like McMullen there is going to take it on that right side. Has a couple Redhawks on him, picked up by Graham Newton, and now he's going the far side way. Granica, the only one standing in his way. Does he choose to pass? Up center is Newton, taking it away as Granica, as Rudo's keeping that number 12 of Burlando outside of the crease. Hoover gets the cross-ice pass, though. Going to be waiting for it. He's got competition, though. There's that number 21 of Jackson Furman. But a bit of a spin there by Hoover, looking for it. Goes high to Ted Scholze. Scholze back to Hoover, waiting for it, and now seeing where he wants to go. As he'll take an opportunity. There goes Hoover, tries to get it on net. This looks like it took a bit of a bounce. He wasn't quite able to hold on to that. 18-24, there's Hoover trying for it, and they will rule. I believe they'll rule the net's off there.
Yeah, the net's way off. Sorry, I'm can't change, and the goalie kicks the net off.
Well, you know, goalies do have a tendency to do that, kind of just take the net off, and you know it's a little looser on that end, I'd say too.
Oh,
but
very much so.
Now Hoover going to be taking the draw here against the Nathan Burlando. Looks like we'll try to win it. CJ Brown gets the puck, takes it right back to Updike at the defense, and then Updike over to Scholze, going to try it from the circle and then moving it through. And now Miami has a bit of a rush again. They're going the far side way. Jackson Furman with the puck going up through, intercepted by Brown. And now Hilty taking it and moving it along, and then Updike going to be recovering it as well, as now that one gets close, and now here's Updike, gets it through just right behind Kleinow as Scholze's pinching low as well. But Ted Scholze's able to get back as CJ Brown was covering for him. But going right and through, there it goes back and then through.
Offside.
And then trying for it again. There's Hoover. Going to be having some competition against him as he'll lose possession of it. There's Ted Scholze, though, who has it now. Scholze going to get that one across. Here comes C.J. Brown. Got to get it off in time. The shot just deflected wide and taken aback. As now Kleinow has the puck over to C.J. So we got two. Looks like he's got some momentum against him. That number 14 allow, but the shot there by Gaeta right in front. Kleinow trying it in front. Does Hoover have it? And no, he doesn't. Across, moving. Does he? And yeah, goal! Bowling Green, C.J. Brown.
They jam it at it. Third try, hit the post. Fourth try, hit the post again, and then they score. Stick with the puck, and good things happen. Crash the net, good things happen. Bam. C.J. Brown.
C.J. Brown with an unbelievable goal there, makes it 3-1. Might be one of the best calls I've had in a minute. I'm thankful for that. Thanks, CJ. But now here we go. And a bit of a scruffle and duffle there with JT Webb and Eric Miller. And now here we go back again. 17 minutes left, waiting for it. JT Webb now has the puck, going to be moving it along. Patton going to get a jab at it and going through, and there's Patton with the shot wide left. As that one going and away, and McLaughlin going to get knocked there by that number 18 of Broadholt, and then moving it as they try to go up middle, and Miller for the middle and going, and then the bird halt there going to be the 18 to clear it. As now Patton behind the net loses his balance, ends up going to McLaughlin. McLaughlin going to take Birdholt down.
Oh, they got bucked for a pen.
Oh, and
I got to watch the replay on this. I don't think that's a penalty.
well, Bracken Buck here. I guess they'll roll him out. And
yeah.
they'll give him a rough, but
When in doubt, it's a rough here in Northwest Ohio.
well, and at least we got the first goal of the period. We definitely have to want it. A bit of with.
I believe that's our first second period goal of the season. You good?
Yeah.
Oh, forget the power.
And now 16:24 left. Here we go, waiting for it back
That's a
again.
slash.
As Owen Bentley going to be forcing it out wide, waiting for it again here. Just waiting for it as Schweitzer, who now has it. Schweitzer going against McMullen as that one goes into the corner, waiting for it through and through. And then in front, waiting for it. Going to need some momentum, and then McMullen being forced out wide for it there. And then Graham Newton has the puck. He'll take that over to Fredo. Fredo now with the shot right on Miami, though. Not able to get a hold of it, and McMullen there with the clear. Now chasing it down deep is Graham Newton. Going to need a bit of leeway here. He'll choose to go right behind the net, and then 15:42 left as he's got McMullen on his tail. He'll cross that one over, and then going through is Lau. Lau chases that back to Fredo. And now Bentley there going to be chasing at the box, going to be moving it, and then Ted Scholze in front of the net. Really got to avoid that screen on Norkovicius as the cross there will not work for that 16 there of Schweitzer. But another clear will get Bowling Green the change they need. The defense will stay out, however. It looks like it's Ted Scholze and Owen Bentley, as we've seen. And then McLaughlin here going to be pressing on Eric Miller as that one goes back to the number 7 of Graham Newton, who has it deep in his own territory. As they'll keep it going through and through. The puck, though, to go to Berlando. And a bit of a clear there as well. Again, Graham Newton now with the puck. Holding on to it against Mark Rudo. Rudo's down, but he gets right back up again and then taken for it. Miami taking it into the zone. There goes Miller, waiting for it as they'll just have to try to roll that one around. Brian Judge now has possession as he gets that one over to Hartwell. As Hartwell moving it around a bit, gonna see where he goes cross, going in across the one-timer, and then that one high. Tyler Bell with the attempt. Gets the high shot, but it's stopped by Norkovicius.
Yeah, good penalty kill so far for the Falcons. That goal from C.J. Brown's brought some life back. Women's club teams in attendance. A couple of fans scribbling in from Student Skate, the small ice here at the Slater Family Ice Arena.
It's always a great night for hockey, isn't it? 7 seconds left in the Brackenbuck penalty. We'll see if that defensive pair, the number 17 of Adam Marshnick and that number 28 of Carter Canadion, or candidate, my apologies, will choose to go back a bit, but no, Buck's going to choose to go right through and then gets it across and got to avoid that, but C.J. Brown will get under there as the ice is
I love it.
narrowly avoided. But a good thing there by Buck to be able to just use some speed there and try to get back to the bench. I always remember, you know, from my playing days, Chip, when trying to get back from the boxes, that's when, you know, the speed really came out. It's just a sprint full force. And it doesn't matter if you go down, you're going down to the bench if you have to.
Sorry, I'm listening. I'm trying to listen to the Miami bench complain while you're up 3-1.
Well, looks like there was some discussion with the officials, but back for it again. Liam Conway going to try to clear it as C.J. Brown will succeed over to Kiesel as that one goes through, and now Miami intercepted. C.J. Brown has it, but loses possession of it as the stick is cleared, and then now we have it back and through again as now Miami with the shot going through into the pad of Norkovicius, and then they're fighting for it, and another one gets through, and another, and now the push and shove action begins That could have been a lot worse than it did go, however, though. I mean, especially with the speed they were moving at, going towards Norkovicius, you already know if he gets hit, this place will be burned to the ground. And, I mean, when that happens to your goaltender, kind of what the mentality you need, I mean, that's the guy you protect the most out there.
I mean, yeah, nice job there by Kleinow. Protects the walk.
And now Miami forced to back check as that one's dumped right in. Going to go out wide as Kiesel, but that one goes past him over to Gaeta, who's able to keep it in the zone. Miami going over to the side, and then a back check there narrowly avoids an offsides. Now in the possession of it will be Eberhardt into Norkovicius, as he'll be able to hold that one into his glove. And Bowling Green will get a change here.
Yeah, that puck fumbled in on net.
Conflict narrowly avoided, as looks like we'll have that pairing that we have. Gobble going to be taking the face-off now against the number 11 of Colin Hartwell. As we're back through it again, Bracken Buck has it now going to the far side over to Updike. As that one waits through, goes right past Hoover, but Buck going to have it again.
Buck, you could tell Buck wanted to turn on the Jets.
As Hiltz have it right through and again. Right past Granica, but now Updike has it. Goes through the feet, though, of Gobble. And now Miami has possession of it again. Waiting for it is Eberhardt. Tries to go across. Ends up going to Donahue. Wide open. Tries to Patrick Kane off the mask of Norkovicius. And then 13:03 and remaining off the stick of Donahue. Gets picked up by gets picked up by Zuransky. As now Gobble's fighting for it. Going to Hoover. Loses possession of it. Gets it right back again as Ryan Hoover. Over to Bracken Buck, who ends up getting a big reverse hit there. And we have a Red Hawk down. And looks like a stick is thrown by Eric Miller. I think that might be his own. But Bracken Buck anticipating the hit from Cooper Eberhardt, and he's going to be down for a minute.
I don't think that's a penalty. How is that a penalty?
Even taking it back to his high school days, Buck has always been a more, speed and physical first type of defenseman. And unfortunate there what happened. I mean, he saw the hit, and yeah, Chip's taking a look at it now. Looks for the hit.
He goes for it. He puts his stick up. Yeah.
And as a defenseman, Chip,
you're using it to protect yourself, but Bracken's got height advantage on him. Gets him right in the mask.
And that's definitely a factor to it. I mean, Bracken's got that muscle build, as well. And I mean, really just unfortunate there. We hope he's okay. And looks like Eberhardt going to be getting up by his own power, going to be a little shaken up. But I mean, Buck knew that hit was coming, and it was either going to be him or Eberhardt who was going to go down. And the reverse hit there, I mean, one of the, parts of hockey that gets overlooked, but definitely can make a big difference. And this will be a second penalty of the game as we head right down into the...
They gave him a 5?
Well...
Probably for head contact.
Who knows? But here we go, 12:38 to go here, and looks like we're going to have that number 21 of Jackson Furman and Ryan Hoover facing off here for that puck. And now here we go. Buck will get a 5. He's 7 penalty minutes so far today in the game, but a good opportunity for the Falcons here to try to kill this one or get a short-handed goal as that one's across to Fredo.
I think just a good kill here will get some momentum.
Well, and standing all alone, screening, reverting back to the ways is Furman, who's right in front of Norkovicius. Not a defenseman taking care of him. That might, got to avoid that. Just got to keep him out of there. I know you're down a man. I know you're taking difficulties for that, but that's been a silent killer against Bowling Green, is that man in front with the screen. But great job by the Falcons to clear that one out. Now 12 minutes left in the second period as they will get a clear here. Gobble going to be forced to back check as that one goes right into Fredo, who goes right back and then gets that across, and the shot in front.
What a save,
and a beautiful stop there after Michael Lau made the original. It looks like Mark Runo there is going to get the clear. And now they're waiting for it back again. Graham Newton behind, going to be taking that puck down. And as we're a minute into the Buck penalty, as that one goes across as well, waiting for it. A move there by Schweitzer, gets it in the zone, goes cross ice, goes past Higgins. Does he get past Scholze? He tries to go out in front, and then he gets knocked by Granica. And looks like trying to get away from that, but not quite, was Aiden Granica. But now Wiseman going to give that puck to his defenseman, and Graham Newton, who's behind the net. He's got two with him, and really Bowling Green just stepping back here and not pinching too much, but here he goes into the zone and now going to try for it. Looks like it's at number 12, Berlando, who gets the pass up to Bell, waiting for it as that one goes back to Berlando again, and Berlando, the shot goes wide right.
I think Mitch Norkovich just got punched in the head.
Well, and Conway, they're going to be forced to play Eric Miller as that one goes through, off Norkovicius, trying to clear for it again. Bowling Green showing some fight. Gaeta with the puck now, has to get it cleared. Man-to-man is Miami, and that one ends up going up to the defense, as now they'll wait for it there. Going is Tyler Bell with the shot, and that's going to be a bad one. And that hit Norkovicius' glove. Miller just knocked Norkovicius there. Intentional or not, Bowling Green not a happy camper about that, neither is this crowd.
Yeah, I think it's a great penalty kill here for the Falcons so far. Hopefully I'm not jinxing it, but.
Well, you know, I don't want to say this is a good or bad kill. I don't want to mention anything with it, but exactly.
I knocks on wood.
Exactly. Knock on the press box here, but
Here, I'll knock on the ceiling. Is that better?
Yeah. And well, JT Webb there to take the face-off for Bowling Green as that one goes back and through. 10:20 left in the second period as that goes off the stick of Webb, and that one to go wide after the shot.
Gaeta.
The shot there from Judge, 26 on 26 as Gaeta is able to block it. Forces the Redhawks and Tyler Bell deep. With around 10 minutes left, so we are around halftime of the game as we get this one back and through. And then goes JT Webb. Has one down and waits, and then moving along, Berlando with the puck. Gets it in the tip there by Hartwell. Does not go through, and then there it is. Miller tries it, and he does not succeed. Is now Patton going to be moving along as well. But that one goes right back up, and there you have it. As Colin Hartwell will have the puck, going to go past JT Webb, going to skate it in a bit, tries to go.
That's off, I think.
Right in, and you might be right, and no, it's not. Now they're waiting for it. Patton got a piece of it right on Brian Judge, but not quite, and then the right across, right open, and way to get down is Conway, and then Patton again.
Big block, Patton.
Big block there by Nolan Patton as that one going through, and then trying to go across, waiting for it again. Colin Hartwell moving the puck along. He's got it in possession. So's JT Webb trying to contest him for that puck. And now Tyler Bell has it in across and in front. And a tip there.
Never saw it.
And Gaeta gonna.
Oh, and I think they just sent a Red Hawk off.
Yeah, and I mean, who could blame him? It looks like he either said something or did something to Gaeta and did not get away with it. And there's Eric Miller after the taunt to Gaeta and kind of been taunting Norkovicius today. Going to get into that box there. Now, a minute 30 left in the buck penalty. So once that's over, if I am not mistaken, Bowling Green will be on the power play.
Yeah, unless it was just a 10-minute misconduct.
And
we'll see what it is.
they're going to discuss it right now. I don't see that happening, but you never can kind of make guarantees, especially in the game of hockey.
Nope, they did give him a 2. So 4-on-4 we skate. Let's see what the Falcons come out here with. I like this CJ Brown, Jack Kleinow.
Great line so far, but it's down 3 again for the Falcons. Going to be coming back to clear it, hopefully. But now Ted Scholze will have this possession, and he goes right back to Aiden Granica. Granica now over to Brown, going to get off the boards into the stick of Kleinow, who's taking that onto the far side. Now Jack Kleinow gets that possession and then loses it as CJ Brown. And now Miami with the one-on-one rush. That's Ben Amato going against Aiden Granica, but they're able to cruise right back in before a shot on net is made. As now they're moving it along as the attempt there made by Zaransky not going to work through, and now Granica going to have possession of it, gets it over to Ted Scholze. Scholze now with it, moving it along, going to see what he can do there. Off the boards, getting it rolling. CJ Brown going with Jack Kleinow down below, but that's RJ Donahue.
2-on-1 battle there. You got to win that battle.
Well, Donahue now going against Granica here, seeing where he wants to go. And a knock there in front, picked up by Ted Scholze. He'll look and he'll go cross to cross. here with the 4-on-4. And then there's Granica now going against, throws it in the no man's land, but it's picked up by McMullen. 10 seconds left in the Brackenbuck penalty as Liam Conway has possession of it now. And we will proceed as Scholze gets knocked by that number 24, Alfredo.
That was McMullen.
And the whistle blown. Buck going back in. He's got 1 second on his penalty. And Ted Scholze taken there. And this is a very physical Miami Redhawk team.
Yeah. Great hit.
Well, here we go again. Looks like Austin McMullen's going to be taking it here, going against Cooper Eberhardt, the two names that we've seen a lot so far today. And I mean, really just kind of considering that and a bit of a premature going at it, and then that one going through as McMullen gets tied up. Buck going to be using some speed here. Just avoids the puck and goes down and deep, and then taking it through again here, and now trying for it is Ted Scholze. If I'm not mistaken, going to be trying for it, and then the pass there to McMullen. Going through it a little bit, but that's picked up. Gaeta, they're going to be fighting for it. They're going to be knocking it along, going against Jackson Furman, as that one's behind, and Conway trying for it, going against that number 18 of Cooper Eberhardt. And then here you have it again, as Tanner Amos takes possession, intercepted by Eric Miller. And the Miami Redhawks, they take it the other way. 7 minutes left, a shot, and a block there by Gaeta. I was going to try to clear it. Kiesel almost got in the way of that one, but the shot there attempted by the Redhawks and forced in the corner. That was Tyler Bell, who gets possession of it again. He'll get that one on net. Looks like it went through the stick there of that number 18 of Eberhardt, and then back through it again, over to Bell. Intercepted though. Bowling Green has a shot here to try to get something with it, and standing in the way, but McMullen going to be chasing that one over to the far side. Miami with an opportunity. They have a 3-0.
Oh,
and getting it back is Bentley across, and the fumble there by Miami is Michael Lau, who was the intended target. Now 6:19 left in the period, and that will be down. Just touch it here and get the play over to avoid, but our two Villasala will go down, and I believe they'll get Owen Bentley there on the penalty.
Yeah, it's going to be a knee. 90 people.
Well, Villasala to go down, played with Ollie Neifers, you know, back in Finland, and played for a lot of teams. I know Kyoto Tirakit they played for a lot together, but overall he's played in 174 games so far in his professional career, and that's hard to do, I'll tell you what, Chip.
Yeah. Trying to get this clock right. There we go.
Well, 6:15 left in the second period. Owen Bentley going to be the one in the box. Some discussion here, and looks like they're going to take Seth Gobble out as they have to get to the four-man quota. No defenseman in the corner. Two still lined up with Norkovicius. That one to go back through, and again, that one a shot on net picked up by Uppy as he'll be able to clear it. So now 6:05 and counting left here. We proceed. Zach Wiseman gets the puck right back there. Going to Tyler Bell. Bell going to be using some speed. He goes past Updike. Passes though, able to stay on side, regains the puck from teammate in Berlando, and then moving it along now on that right side will be Brian Judge over to Bell, trying for it as they're going back in the box. Miller there kind of creeping with Norkovicius. Granica here not really looking, but Scholze will. Got to avoid that screen at all costs, and the one-timer, and Miller gets the backdoor shot and the backdoor power play goal. It's 5-1.
Yeah, I think that's a blown power play coverage.
And I'm not going to say it was blown power play coverage, blown this, blown that. That is a textbook backdoor if I've ever seen one. And really, you know, I kind of mentioned, you know, Granica leaving them open, but this isn't the first time the Falcons have done it today. And I mean, it's going to be the first one to come back to haunt them. But you know what? There's always that next play. You just got to have that goldfish mentality and get right back into it.
The snack
and here we go again.
Smiles back.
Well, 5:28 and counting left. And now here we go. Trying for it, the dump there by Trosvich, and then waiting for it again. Looks like 2-on-2 action picked up by Frado, goes in front, And then moving it is C.J. Brown, who has possession of the puck with Kleinow. A 2-on-2 trying to get through and almost gets sandwiched, but Kleinow tries to pass to Kiesel and misses. Miami takes advantage of it. They're going the other direction. And now here we go is Amato, who gets
nice
past
move.
and then in front, but picked up by Granica, who's able to get that one along to C.J. Brown, as now the Falcons will be taking it around center ice and then dump it right in, as Wiseman will end the play there.
Puck took a weird bounce.
Well, JT Webb going to be kind of the quarterback here of the offense. Moves Tanner Amos right behind him as he's at center. Goes right past Amos. Gato, the shot is blocked and going the other direction. Schweitzer now has a breakaway with Conway. The stick is up.
Penalty. That is not a penalty. That's a stick lift.
Well, the hand is up, and JT Webb going to have some discussion with Furman, but hopefully they don't call a penalty shot here. I mean, but looks like we have some discussion here and some yelling. The crowd not happy campers tonight with what they're witnessing, but JT going to be moving it. And yeah, Tanner Amos going to come off. We were wondering if Bowling Green was going to change anybody, and now they'll wait for it again. McLaughlin picks it up, able to get a hold of that and takes it behind the net, forces Wiseman out of his crease, and now waiting through it a little bit more. Graham Newton now has the puck behind the net with 4:23 and counting left. McLaughlin being on the back check here, not giving up and then forcing it wide. JT Webb tries the smash, and there it goes. And then across, not quite going to work. The intended target there on Jack Schweider, as now 4:10 and counting left. And then waiting for it and through again. Fredo going to have it, goes across to the defense. Newton with the shot, it's blocked. And that one goes back again, waiting for it a little bit more as Fredo going to move it back again from Newton to Fredo.
Right
in front, the screen
right
going to go in,
Brian.
but the pass, and JT Webb getting a piece of it there. And now the helmet is off. And looks like he got in a bit of a collision there, and now McLaughlin stepping in for his teammate. Can't quite tell the Red Hawk there, but looks like there's two involved. Or no, excuse me, it just looks like Schweitzer there was trying to get the draw off, and it's going to be Michael Lau who ends up getting into it with JT Webb, and he'll get sent to the box, and I wouldn't be surprised if Webb gets a little bit more than 2 minutes here. Not a good look. And I mean, I get it. I've played and I've had my own fair, like, I don't want to.
If anyone should get the extra, it should be the Red Hawk, because the Red Hawk ripped JT's helmet off.
I agree with you on that, and
he should actually be ejected from the game for that.
Yeah, it's been getting chippy all day, and I mean, they're going to decide what's going to be the call here, but definitely needed something after that, and I think, didn't start out kind of like it was going to go all the way there, and then inevitably it did, but, we're going to be right back for it again. Berlando going in for Higgins here as that one goes back and through, as Judge is able to get that one across to Bell. Tyler Bell with the puck gets the pass, and then he ends up getting it back from his teammate. And now that one moving it through and along, and then the shot goes high and outside. The attempt made by Berlando as that's in front. Higgins with the clear as that one's across and away with 3:24 and counting left.
Yeah, I don't get how Miami doesn't pick up the extra there for ripping the helmet off of JT Webb.
Well, Tyler Bell gets the pass to Berlando. Berlando now with the puck, choosing to go back to Miller. 10-on-10 action. Rudo able to try to steal it. And Mark Rudo with the clear. How about that? As now waiting for it back again here. Waiting along. That looks like Judge was going to try to get that across to Miller. As now that's one back and deep. And then Buck gets it. Rudo narrowly avoids it. Miller now is who's the man to fight. Eric Miller in possession gets that one across to Hartwell. Hartwell looking. He'll go past Rudo, but ends up going back to Judge in the defense. So now Brian Judge is going to be moving the puck just a little bit. The shot off the crossbar in the corner, and then Bell fakes the shot, goes across to Hartwell. Colin Hartwell has it, to Bell, and the tip is in. And the goal in the back door, Eric Miller to get his second of the night.
Well, we had the first goal of the
And yeah,
second.
Which, you know what, you're right, Chip. There's positives in everything, and even if this isn't going the way you planned, the game's nowhere near over, folks, and it's a great opportunity here, a good moment to try to get that, strengthen that adversity, and, you know, really just kind of facing the situation here, whether you wanted it or not. But, you know, we talked, like Michigan, it seemed the Achilles heel was the screen and the shot from up high. Tonight it's that back door, and, you know, as a defenseman, you know, I wasn't that good at hockey, I'll say that. That was one of the very few things I could do semi-decent. But now here we go again, waiting for it, and it looks like the referee will say 146 to the whistle.
Is when they come out.
Which, so definitely got a little bit more than what they bargained for in that scruffle and duffle, but now back for it again. They'll keep this one moving along as
you can
Miami
tell Ronan wanted to light him up.
And then
Ooh,
Amos
big
there.
Hit. Amos.
Tanner going to get
Amos.
On Ollie Knifers. He'll get the hit there from
Best cookies in town.
Yep, from Helsinki, Finland to Bowling Green, Ohio, the hometown of both those boys. The collision there at the line, but we'll be right back in action here. 2:18 left in the second period. As now we get a move on and going to proceed from here as Zarowski gets that right back into the zone. Bracken Buck gets down. Oh, Bracken Buck.
That is a smart whistle there. Even though Buck got right up, he looked like he went into the boards awkwardly.
I thought it looks like it hit his head and kind of the spine, and I was scared for him, but he gets right back up, and, you know, Knifers just kind of gives him a bit of a tap, and so no hard feelings there.
Yeah,
let's get back to hockey, folks.
Buck lost his edge there.
Well, and, you know, that happens all the time, but now let's get back, and Buck and Patton fighting for it a bit there, and now getting the move on. Looks like Fratto had it and then moves it along, and then Donahue going to try to get into that corner, and a bit of a hand there moved on it to Fratto, and then Patton going to try to lay a boom there as that one goes across just past the stick of Amos. Ends up going to R.J. Donahue for the Miami Redhawks. As now Bracken Buck will get it across to his partner in Granica. Granica now going to McLaughlin. As now we wait along here going for the Redhawks as they'll try to get a shot on net, and they'll take advantage, but not quite able to pull through. I wonder, they will say the net came off, but good of Miami to try to take advantage of that rebound there. Didn't quite connect, but really the breakout so far, and both JT Webb and Michael Lau will be let out of the box there with a minute 27 left in the period.
We'll have Riley Martin on the mic again for intermission.
Which we are looking for a name for something a little more, I guess, entertaining than just the intermission report. If you have any ideas, we'd love to hear them. But anyways,
sponsorships
that too
are available.
Minute 14 and counting left. Looks like Granica has possession of that as well. Tries to go to Tanner Amos out in center, but loses possession of it. Miami looking to break out again. Tarasevich has the puck. He'll go past McLaughlin. And then Granica, though, able to get it. And now the Falcons have a bit of a move on it. Patton over to the left. The shot goes right into the chest of Wiseman.
Yeah, I was thinking Ronan's either going to shoot that puck or he's going to drop it to Hoover, and Hoover will try to make some magic happen.
Well, and Hoover's definitely been a big body so far today that we see quite frequently with the orange and brown, but here we go again. Ryan Hoover going to be taking the face-off here, and now we're at it again.
Oh.
As looks like some 6-on-6 contact with Tyler Bell. As that one's going across, again tries to get back to the defense. Bell wasn't there. Here comes Hoover. The Miami need in the back check. Hoover, the shot, gets blocked by Bell and tries to take it up the other way off the stick of Bentley and into possession.
Hoover.
As he'll have to get onside. And then the bounce there, back and moving it along now. Schweitzer has it, waits, and the shot. The rebound attempted but missed by Amato. and now he'll get it in front. Waiting along again, and the whistle blown. Looks like we might have a
Hoover.
Bowling Green penalty. So Bucks had 2, JT's had 2, or JT's had 1, Bracken's had 2. It looks like Hoover might be the next in line for Bowling Green.
Then he picked up it unsportsmanlike too.
Now we'll just kind of get a wait along here. It looks like they're going to talk to Coach Harper on what exactly Hoover's getting and kind of, you know, the why behind it. And it happened on the far side. The play was
I was actually still on camera with it.
Oh,
I
you
wasn't
were.
even paying attention because I knew something was going to happen.
Well, less than 15 seconds remaining. Now make that 10 going along in this period. Judge has the puck and across to Bell as he'll get it in. The shot, no, he'll go across, and then not quite, as that will conclude the period. So there you have it. Not what we had anticipated, but that's what we'll have. At least we got the first goal of the period. Down 5 now as we will head into the second intermission here. Looks like we'll have Riley Martin joining us in just a few minutes. Thank you so much for joining us here on this Thursday night, sticking with us. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. This is BGSU Club Hockey here on YouTube. And welcome everybody to the second intermission report here. I'm Dan Ridenour, joined alongside none other than the man, the myth, the legend, and BGSU goaltender Riley Martin here as we proceed to get this one rolling along. And so really, I mean, not the ideal situation Bowling Green wanted. It's
No.
it's a 5-goal game now instead of a 3-goal game like you had
Yep.
going into the period. I will say though, the boys struck first, which is a good sign. Which is a good sign of improvement.
Yes, for sure, Dan. For sure. I was very, very excited with that first goal. We needed that for sure to get us back in the game. And I was on the bench. I said, guys, let's ride with this momentum. Let's use it. Let's keep going with it. And then what happened? Started getting in the box, Dan, and started taking some penalties. And we just got to take some deep breaths. Just play the game, have fun. We don't need to hit. It's a skill game. But yeah, just some bad calls too. I would say, they weren't the best. I'll say, but we can do it still. That's no excuse. And but yeah, I mean, my one point of advice for the third: let's stay out of the box for sure.
And they really need to, and that's kind of what we've been seeing quite a bit of, I would say, is getting in that penalty box. And they really have to avoid it. It's been difficult for them to kind of overcome, and not just the obvious of you're a man down, but also the fact that we're leaving a guy in the back door, we're leaving a guy to screen Mitch. And I mean, I'm not thrilled when I see it as a former defenseman, because I kind of know what that feels like. And I know that, yes, you got to take care of the guys that are moving on the outside, but you also got to take care of your home court. And I'm not trying to, throw shade or talk mud or anything, but at the end of the day, that's where the scoring happens, is right in front of that net.
Yep. I mean, that's where we got to hunker down the most for sure. That's our home. That blue paint there, nobody's allowed in there. And if anybody comes in there, we got to protect the house.
What I will say, though, we got to give kudos to the guys as well, though, for protecting Mitch. I mean,
yes.
he's been targeted a little bit tonight. We won't say names, but the guys have, for the most part, been stepping up for him.
Yes, and I love seeing that. Of course, as a goalie here, I like to get protected by my team, and it feels good. Feels good, and when you got your defenseman, clearing out those guys in front of you, you feel a little bit more confident on the ice there, and you want to just do a little bit better for the team,
Oh, for sure. And I mean, definitely, I'd say goaltender's the hardest position in hockey, as a defenseman. Like, I see what they go through, and, there's things that a lot of people don't really see, that actually goes into being a goaltender, and really just it's a big part of the game. But overall, I mean, if we're kind of reverting back to what we need to work on for the second period, it's the penalties, and it's been that for a long time. And a big thing Miami is they're not only physical, but they have speed.
Yes.
They're able to break it out darn near perfectly.
Yes.
And so those are kind of some big keys. And I mean, you're only making it easier for them when you're down a man.
Yep, exactly. And I think we're just a couple seconds late on every one of their breakouts, and that just gets us a couple steps behind. And what does that make us do? We start reaching, we start hooking, and that's what's going to give us the calls that we don't need. So I think we just have to move our feet as fast as we can here and just try to stay with them as best as we can here.
Well, and we're going to have 1:44 left in the Ryan Hoover penalty that we got kind of near the end of the second period. I mean, are we surprised Hoover got in the box? No, but I will say, too, he's done a lot of good things today in trying to be a physical force, and you really need to try to match it against a team against Miami. But just, I guess, he had 62 penalty minutes last season, so just, I guess, why not a few more?
Yep, exactly. I mean, every team's got those, they're guys, and Hoover's one of them. And you need him, though, because if we don't, then, the other teams are just going to step all over you. So we do need him, but we need him to stay out of the box because he is an important factor to our team and our forwards. And we need everybody here, Dan. We need everybody.
Exactly. And, I mean, Hoover's undeniably there. He's undeniably one of the, factors that these guys need on their team. He's a leader. He has that presence and aura to him almost, that you just kind of, you respect him. You just know what he's about. And, I mean, he's been around the block, playing at Adrian and then coming here. I mean, you got 7 goals last season. And, I mean, definitely, too, he's not the only physical presence there is, though, on this Falcon team. I mean, Bracken Buck has really been stepping up with the physicality tonight as well.
Yep. I think we just have to, and this is his first year. Buck is a freshman, and I think we just got to teach him. Let's go right for the guy's chest. No heads, no heads, no heads. Keep it all at that chest. Let's keep it clean and send him. Go right through him, Buck, and he can do it. He's a powerful guy, and we got to learn how to go right to the chest, Dan.
You're really doing. I mean, that's a big part of it too, is that strength side of hockey that not a lot of people really see, and I mean that's kind of what you get along with and you kind of observe. But I mean, we're going to head in 20 minutes left of regulation here, and just really going to have to, take it from there and see what kind of mixes through.
Yeah. You know what? All we can do is just think positively. What happened has happened, and all we can do is just try to chip away little by little here and try to tie it up here. Let's force it to OT or something. I mean, that's hockey. Game of bounces, game of inches. That's why we love hockey. We love watching it. So we're still in this game, and you best believe it.
Well, and the game's never over too, but that's part of it is, you can't control the past. You can't go back in time to the first period and just say, okay, it's 0-0 again. But what you can do is you can try to change the future, and that's really what kind of needs to be the mentality here. And I mean, Coach Harper knows what needs to happen, and beyond that, it's just all about a game of inches, like you said.
Yeah, exactly. I just think, still once again, that we've got a young team here, and I think we just need some of these guys to get some more ice time here and get some, more comfortable on the ice here, and, be a little bit more free-flowing out there. Make some, better decisions. I think we're just rushing it a lot here, but that's what a new team is, and we got to learn it.
Well, and here we go. Looks like Tanner Amos will be in the box for the Ryan Hoover penalty, but now here we go as we proceed right back along into the Miami zone. It looks like Bell's going to be the man there to be going for it, and he's going to go over to the left side and then back to Miller, and a back-to-back pass, just trying for it almost. But now here we go. Hartwell going to be on the far side to Granica on the big boom. Hearing that all the way.
And that's a clean hit, Dan. We like those.
It is, for sure. And I mean, a beautiful one by Granica. And hopefully we can start a present physical tone. But here we go. Berlando gets the pass across, and it's off.
Good D.
Through it, and then looks like Berlando almost lost his stick there, and then he'll get it back. He has possession of the puck now in that corner. Granica not backing down, and neither is Seth Gobble. As that one goes through, and then Updike there to avoid the
good block.
One-timer, and a block there for Gobble on Bell as that one's cleared. And here we go, 47 seconds remain in the Hoover penalty.
Good first shift by the Falcons, Dan.
You are exactly right there, Martin. As now we get it right and moving it along as now they'll take it right back. Bentley, they're playing some defense as that one goes in through. Now Schweitzer has the puck. Going to be chasing around for that and then tries to go in front, but it looks like it's blocked there by Owen Bentley. C.J. Brown forcing him out a little bit as well, as now Kleinau's job will be there. And then that one goes up high, and it looks like the attempt there. Eberhall going to try it, and so it will be Schweitzer, but no. And now we wait for it along a little bit again, and then going through.
10 seconds left in their power play.
Great thing to note, and thank you for reminding us, as now Michael Lowe will try it, and it looks like one final clear by Kleinau, as Tanner Amos will get out of the box as he was serving the Ryan Hoover penalty. And now Miami will have a rush the other direction, but going to be forced to dump and chase all 5 Falcons in the defensive zone as Miami's trying to get down there after the change. And here we go. Kiesel gets the pass to Kleinau. Kleinau to lose possession, but now it looks like it's taken the other way. Gaeta going to be just kind of a cinder block there as Furman will run into him. Now Conway taking that into the corner going against Berlando. As now Berlando going to be forced to go high. Trying for it again is Tarovich. As now we wait for it again here. Gatas loses possession of that and tries to on the clear.
And we need to win this one. Come on. Good job, CJ. Skate.
Well, here comes C.J. Brown taking that in a dump and chase action there as Kiesel going to be forcing that one down. Natosevich is now taking it, going the other way. And now Miami going to be having a bit of a momentum here. Berlando gets it out, and the shot attempted, and not quite, as that was attempted was by the number 21 to Jackson Furman. But now the defense will have it up. Graham Newton has the puck. Looks like it'll go through,
good
and then
save,
the rebound
Mitchell.
Saved by Norkovicius. The clear by Kiesel.
We need a change here, yep.
That will be an ice call.
No change on the icings. Weird rule, Dan, weird rule, but no changing on the icings. Just a fun fact there for you listeners, if you did not know. So those guys are tired. We need to get this one out here very quick here, Dan, so these guys can get off the ice and get a nice change. And that's what we need.
For it. The clear there. The shot going to be attempted by Adam Marsnick, but way first Norkovicius to stand tall there.
Mitch was able to see that full shot there, and when Mitchell can see him, it's a good chance they aren't going in. So,
well, we'll take the step here and the weight. Looks like Higgins there going to be trying it on the draw for the BGSU Falcons as that one's taken out, and Higgins and Buck also going to be trying to force on Fredo as that one goes out and wide, and then looks like Granica there going to be trying for it. So now Granica to have the puck.
And I want him to take off here. Yep.
Well,
ooh.
Tries it around the block, waiting for it, up and through, and now here comes Fredo with the puck, trying to go into the white C and then across, and that's Buck who gets it out to the defense as now Marsnick has it, but the block there by McMullen as Buck will go a little bit high, McMullen to go a little low, right in front, the shot going to be taken out and wide. Fredo there with the attempt.
Great
Not
save.
quite able to pull it through. That one looks like it was out of the zone, but it'll be ruled it wasn't. Marsnick narrowly avoided that.
And this
call
is when
there.
we need to get it out here, Granny.
Well, Granica tries to get it to Rudo, not
There
quite.
we go.
Back for
Nice.
it again. And that one will go out to the neutral zone, and now waiting for it back again. McMullen here going to be playing some man-on-man coverage. Canadian there, and now moving it and trying it as now Marsnick goes, and he has possession with Rudo, and then Patton has it as well, but looks like that one's taken. Amato has it, and then goes back and wide. Waiting through a little bit more.
A little bit of chaos in their zone here, Dan.
A lot indeed, and looks like the
Icing.
Icing will be called, and now Bowling Green will have it back in their own territory here.
Haven't seen a lot of icings from Miami in this game here, Dan.
You are correct on that. And
So that tells me we're pressuring them, and they're getting scared, and they're throwing it, and that shows that we're getting on them. And we got to just chip away, like I said. We need this second goal here. Keep it in. Oh.
And then that one forced out. Owen Bentley now has the puck. He's going to dump that right back in, though. And we'll wait it along a little back for it again. Going to be trying for that. And now here it goes the other direction. As now Miami will have two. And looks like Miller going to narrowly avoid an offside.
Good block.
As the block there by Bentley will be a clear. And that one's back into the neutral zone. Waiting through it a little bit more. That's Donahue there going to try for it again. And now
Owen's
here we go.
got time here. Take your time, Oh. Take it. Oh.
As that one goes to Miller off the hand as well. So he's the only one who can touch it, but that goes back and through to Zaransky, and then right to the number 18 of Eberholt. And then Miller there just putting it
Mitchell
on it
got
and then up.
What happened?
Well,
Mitchell got.
Well, let's take a look. And and that's
Wow.
from behind almost kind of tripped. I think it was inadvertent, and they're going to be taking a discussion. And, yeah, he'll get a trip. Maybe a goaltender interference either way.
Yeah, a little bit of a slew foot there.
Well, Cooper Eberhardt gets his second penalty of the day, and here he goes.
And he didn't like it. He was talking. He was talking after that one.
Well, and I mean.
And, hey, maybe Mitch didn't get clipped that bad, but, hey, we needed that. So, great play, Mitch.
Well, now a power play at it. Ted Scholze has the puck, going to try for it is Kleinow. Kleinow now with it going over to Ted Scholze, needing to get rid of it, and it looks like it'll be taken by Nathan Berlando going the other way. Berlando versus Scholze. Scholze with the tackle.
And that's when I really think we have to put our trust in our goalies and say, I think he can get this stop here, and I don't need to wrestle him down like that.
Well, and that was part of it. Both of the guys, you know, having ties to the Pittsburgh area. Berlando being there, and then Scholze playing for the AAA team out in Pittsburgh, originally from Westerville, though, but definitely.
So there might have been some bad blood there. We don't know.
Well, I think it was more of just kind of sacrificing,
Yeah.
knowing that he's going to. You can get 2 minutes and the penalty's done, but you can't get a goal back.
Exactly. So it is a good play and a iffy play at the same time. But in the end, he did rush back and take his guy down, but unfortunately took a penalty also.
Well, nobody got hurt either. Granica now behind, going over to Kleinow, who will have it with around 14-12 and counting left as Kleinow gets that one over to Granica. Now moving it on the far side. Aiden Granica going to try to just dump it in. And Kleinow going to be chasing, going up against that number 17 of Adam Marsnick. As that one moving it through is now C.J. Brown will have it in the corner. Kleinow to pick it up, going to be trying again, fighting for it, and that one going to try for a clear. Buck was the only defenseman up, He's not able to keep it in the zone, but now we go at the neutral.
Slater is
As now here we
packed
go.
tonight.
And now keeping it rolling, and then a bit of a slash there by Buck. No call, though.
Good D, we'll take it.
Viasala going to be taken over to the far side, and that's into no man's land almost. And now Liam Conway going at it again. And so
We got to win this battle, guys. 2-on-1, we got to.
Well, here you go, trying for it. A bit of a wait here
Oh,
at
good
it
stick.
again. Out in the center, going to be chased by that number 20 of Viasala, who gets it across and then cleared in by Graham Newton. Past Norkovicius, but here it goes. Gata now with the puck. Going to get it across.
Conway.
Well, yeah, Conway now has it. Still kept into the zone. There goes Updike, going to need to do it, and it goes
Oh.
down and through. Gata now to try it again. As now Miami crashing that net like they have all day. Zarowski with the shot. A tip, but into the
There
glove.
we go.
Looked like Updike kind of got in the way and avoided Miami doing that. I think he did that for Ezekiel.
Yep, I think so too, Dan. I think so too. Ezekiel's looking down on us right now, and he wants one. He wants a goal.
Well,
and I think we can do it for him.
And this is Updike's 60th game
Wow.
as a Falcon, so definitely looking at that and some game milestones as well. I mean, McMullen, this is his 49th game as a Falcon. Updike's played 60. And Patton, this was his 40th game. As that one will
save.
go up, and the shot attempt there by Colin Hartwell ends up just getting knocked and going through. 4 seconds left in the Ted Scholze penalty.
I'm not totally sure, Dan, but I think that one went off of Mitchell's bucket as well. I think he's got 3 or 4 shots this game to his noggin.
Well, he's got a noggin of steel, I'll tell you what.
Maybe 5 or 6.
Maybe 6 or
Chip
7.
said.
I mean, still
Maybe
though,
8 or 9.
he's got a head of steel, I'll tell you what. But now here he goes. Zarowski going to get that pass across. Miami going to have some breathing room as Miller gets the pass across to Hartwell. Hartwell, the shot goes high and over. As now
Get it
chasing
out.
through. Gobble.
Nice.
Going to be a bit of a force there, and then moving as now Miller going into Buck, and then back through it to Hartwell. Going to try for it again. Into the feet almost to JT
Ronan.
Webb, and now McLaughlin will have the puck and tries to get it in.
Loose.
Loses it loose, and then the ice, and
Oh,
boy.
shoots after whistle. Let's
and
see what we get
Hartwell
here.
going in, and then yeah, we knew that was going to happen.
Oh, he's ready to drop him. Folks, Ronan is ready to drop the gloves.
Well, sometimes, you have those close situations, and I've been on the both.
It's tough.
I've
It's
been on
tough.
both ends of that, and I mean, I don't think he meant to do it.
I really
but-
don't. I really don't think he was trying to be a nuisance there, folks, but it looks bad. It looks bad.
It does. And they've had his number all day, too, and
Yep.
that's unfortunate as well. But really, I mean, it's been
Okay.
going. Offsides have been going for both teams in terms of who actually, is, and yeah.
Mitchell
oh, dear heavens.
in
McLaughlin.
the box just got hit with a water bottle, looks like,
And McLaughlin gets ejected.
and he is not happy, folks.
Well, it didn't happen on shooting after an offside, but I've had a similar situation in my own career, and emotions get the best of you, and
They do, and that's hockey, though, Dan.
Well-
Hockey's it's a tough sport. I mean, it gets emotional. The guys are out there trying to kill you, pretty much, and I mean,
it's the
tensions get high.
without a doubt the greatest sport in the world, though, and I mean,
Yes. Yes.
I think McLaughlin didn't. He didn't try to like
I really don't.
he didn't try to bring the ruckus. He didn't try to be like you said earlier, like a nuisance or rage bait or anything. And I mean,
yeah,
but
because
yep.
I do know him personally, and I know when he would try to do that, and I really don't think he was trying to do that there. I think it was just a mistake, quick whistle, and he was ready to let it go, and he let it go. So, but we know what happens after a shot after a whistle.
Well, and
Nothing
now we'll
good.
be back for it here again. The clock is rolling. 11:43 and counting left. Had to make sure I didn't miss anything with that as we now go along. And the rebound there almost close for Miami. Mark Rudo, though, going to try to cross ice off the skate.
And now he's got a chance,
by
Mark.
Judge. And now Rudo with a shot. Going to wait for it and taken through as Kassandian is trying for some defense there.
Oh,
Going against Rudo. And 11:15
I
and
can
counting
tell
left.
Rudo's going to hit somebody here. You can see the tension building, folks.
As that one goes through, and then Bell going to take
Oh,
a man
gosh.
down, and Liam Conway's
Liam,
down.
stop it. Whistle.
And we're going to have a whistle.
Oh, no.
And a collision there by Tyler Bell and Liam Conway. And yep, now we're stopped. 11:02 left.
Oh, I don't see a lot of movement here, folks. This doesn't look good.
Say your prayers. This is
this is my housemate here, folks, so
just
he's my man.
And
we can just hope for the best here.
And
Hopefully,
really that's all you can do is
hopefully he's just more stunned than anything, I'm hoping.
yeah, and I mean that occurs in the game of hockey all the time
Sadly it does.
Is that kind of just room, but
because again, nothing's intentional really with this game. It's just so funky. I mean, hockey is a crazy sport and crazy stuff happens and you always got to be ready.
well,
Trainer's out there with Liam Conway right now, so
and
makes me feel a little bit better about the situation.
well, and Liam's a great dude, and I mean
Oh, here we go.
he's gonna get it. Looks like he's gonna need some help to get up, but
And nobody helping him, though. That's a good sign.
well, he has some of
My
his,
other housemate, Aiden Granica, help him.
well,
There
and
we go.
you just can tell that chemistry's there, which is a good sign at that. And if I'm not mistaken, it says 10:58 on our score bug. It's actually 11:02. My apologies.
Sorry about that, folks.
But more importantly, right now we're worried about Liam's health and that but looks like he seems just a bit more in shell shock than injured, which
Yeah.
you just
Might have
hope-
been more of a stun kind of thing, hopefully.
Well, and now 11 flat, and we're going to keep it waiting. 56, 55, and now 54 left.
Boom.
As now we're back at it again, and now moving it along. Hartwell has the puck in that corner, around the hash, going up to the zone as that's off the skate of McMullen and going through. And there's no ice called as we go, as there is 43 seconds left in both penalties, not only Eberhardt's but McLaughlin's, as that one going through. I believe Bentley serving the McLaughlin penalty as that one going across to the other side, and here you have it. Kleinau now with the puck going the other way. He's got two on him, able to squeeze his way through, and then the shot attempt there to McMullen in front as Scholze's going to wait. He's pinching low. Miller able to block that one, however, and then McMullen gets it back again after Scholze attempted, and now we're going to have Miller there, going to try it for the Miami Redhawks as now Hartwell has the puck across to nobody. Donahue with it in front.
Gosh.
And
Mitch.
Dorkovicius is knocked with the stick. And rightfully
and
so, Gaeta's not going to be too happy with it.
And, folks, I'm not going to be biased here, but that might have been one of our own guys there.
I mean,
If we can get the replay update, that might have been one of our Ds. I don't know.
we're a few minutes behind on our replay here, so we'll take a look at that.
And we should have a second to, gosh, Mitchell Norkovicius guy is taking a beating tonight. Couple shots to the head tonight, and now an elbow.
Well,
so he's playing football out there here, folks. I mean, us as goalies, we think, we're not going to get hit, by the puck, of course, but usually we try to stay away from the bodies, but not tonight for Mitch.
Well, and can't quite get a view of it, but
No worries, yeah.
I messed up the clock again. It's actually 9:57. Normally I have Chip for that. He does a lot of
And he is
good things, but
nowhere to be seen, Dan. I mean, I am doing the camera.
you're doing a phenomenal job,
thank
though.
you.
I
Thank you,
will
Dan.
say, and love having you up here in the booth. You've been great to have some color with. But
Thank you. Great being here with you, Dan.
currently, with everybody they dressed, I mean, Ryan Hoover and Ronan McLaughlin are out of this game right now. But here we go, back at it again. Both penalties done. Both men skating to their respective benches. Bentley going to be hauling it in.
Almost
Tanner
hitting a ref.
Amos, and it looks like a hit there in that corner. As JT Webb going to try the breakout from Patton. As that one goes across, tipped by Amos.
Get in there,
as they're
Dan.
going. And then going across, waiting for it again. 9:36 and counting left, as now we're a bit behind, but now waiting it through. And that one going across. 9:28 and counting as Granica tries to lay the boom. Goes off the stick of Webb, goes through Zoronsky. Going to get the dump there, and now Granica will have possession of the puck as well.
He's got 2 on him. Good flip to JT.
There's now 9:16 and counting left.
Here we go.
Moving along.
3-man JT coming into the zone, dumping it in.
Webb there going to be making his presence known, and a
Good
hit
hit
there on Donahue.
Take it to the net.
As Donahue going to be taken down again by Webb. And then Webb gets tripped up a little bit but goes out in front. Looks like Scholze's going to be going back into the zone as well. 8:54 and
Wow,
counting
good
left.
play, Jack Kleinow, keeping it in. Tanner in the corner, 50-50.
And going to be fighting for it there in the battle with Jackson Furman.
To the
trying
point.
for it. Bentley with the attempt. And then that one to go, and Berlando going to have a rush here. Scholze, the only attacker against him. Choose to go far and
That's
out.
a fun last name to say, hey, Dan.
Yeah.
Armando.
And then Berlando, and now
Berlando, I'm so
Scholze.
sorry.
Scholze going for it, loses possession in the hit
Good
there.
cover.
And the boom, and we're going to let this one dry out a bit. 8:25 on our score here. Missed the bug a little bit, but anyways, saved there by Norkovicius. He has taken a beating here tonight.
And he's going to sleep well tonight. I bet he is going to sleep well.
Well, I think he's going to have to get some aspirin first, but
Yeah, maybe an ice pack to the noggin.
well, and 8:20 and counting left as we keep this one rolling along. And then that one to go back. Kiesel going to be fighting for it. It's got some Redhawks on him.
Good hit, Kiesel.
And Kiesel there gets into an encounter with Marshnick, as now they're waiting just a little bit longer. 8:06 and counting left as we wait along here. And so now that one to go across. Going to be trying for it is Granica, who's able to get it in the zone. And let's take a stop here.
He passes it to the fans. He says, here you go, fans. Here's a puck.
Well, and so now we just got to wait it through. And yeah, and thank you for the
Oh, you can see Chip in the camera there.
wishes for Conway, looking at him in the bench, just kind of sitting down with teammate Owen Bentley, but we are back to it again. 7:55 and counting left as now we wait, and bit of a scruffling duffel there going for Gata, and then another hit on Rudo goes to
Bodies flying here,
McMullen.
Dan.
Well, it's been a physical game all
It
around,
has.
and now we see it a little bit more. And so now Rudo going to be fighting for
Wow.
it, but Teresarovic takes it away from him, and then no icing going to be called there as the rush by Ben Amato.
Oh,
going in, but
goodness.
Carter
Oh,
Gata has
goodness.
it, and he's
What
into
is going on?
Norkovicius. And
So
the
I
net-
believe that was Carter Gata there giving him a bump.
well,
Giving the Miami player a bump, and then where does he go? Ending up hitting Mitchell again. We already know it.
well, I wondering if we would have seen any goaltender interference. I suppose not, but I guess you can't be too picky in these, refs, kind of from what we've seen in previous games.
Exactly, yep. You get different refs every game. You got to be respectful of all of them.
You do have
Love refs.
We do love our refs, and it looks like we're going to be on the far side dot here in the neutral zone, waiting for it back again. And so let's get that rolling back again, folks. Granica going to try to get it across to Newton, as Graham Newton's going to get that one right back in past Norkovicius. But here we go for it again as Viasala behind, as Higgins is able to lay a hit on him, and then picked up, though, by Brian Judge. Judge with the shot into the glove of Norkovicius, as now we have 7:09 remaining in the third period.
And number 22 looks like he's leaving. Not sure what he's doing.
Well,
Let's-
that will be Ollie Knifers, who's leaving the ice
Yeah.
here.
So
Well,
that's odd, but all right.
it
carry
happens.
on. That's a big boy right there, 2-2, Dan. He
Yeah.
is a big boy.
Oh, yeah, and here comes Mark Rudo with an opportunity right out of the glove of Graham Newton, as that one's going across in with less than 7 minutes left in regulation. Has now got to try to keep it in and finding out somewhere else to
Keep it
go.
in. Oh.
As that one's close, and now moving out the other way. Michael Lau now has the puck. He'll choose to pass it across to Viasala, as that one will not go through the way they had intended. 6:44 left in the third period.
Mitchell being able to see, tracking everything all the way in, and when we can get that, good things happen there. So I'm glad that he's able to see the puck well. Glove is flashing tonight, folks.
Well, South Gobble to take the face-off there against Artu Viasala,
Great move, Buck.
as now Bracken Buck to try to clear it past
Little too
Uppy.
high.
But Zarowski got a hold of it, I think, so now they're going to wave that off, and Gobble able to get a piece of it behind the net, but is torn away from that one as he's trying to keep it moving a little bit. And it looks like they try to
Good
take it off
play.
the corner, going the other way. Looks like Donahue now going to be moving along, taken back, however, and then that one going through. And so Lau going to have it, and then back in the corner again is Villasala, and then Lau on net. Missed. Now it's to Scholze as he's got moving along. Eberhardt on him as now Patton gets that across to Updike. Now at the center, he's getting moving along. He's got a sea of red to get through, though. Uppy across, and just so through.
I like that. I like that. Throw it to the net, Dan. You don't know what's going to happen.
And a try there, just barely falling short. 5:49 and counting left in the third period. As now we wait for it. Colin Hartwell has the puck going through to Eric Miller. As that one getting away again. And so now Miller going to try for it on that far side. Waiting for it again, and then back and through. And that Eric Miller going to be on the near side. Looks like he might have gotten a change, but Tyler Bell going to get it up to him as it's just deflected to Colin Hartwell.
Oh,
as that
gosh.
one's going
Get
through,
up
and
on
a
him,
chance,
guys.
and
Good
intercepted by Carter Gata.
Great D. That was out. Oh.
It got close, but now
2.
Miller getting it through. JT Webb going to be using some speed action there to try to get it across. Canada as well, the opportunity there. Tanner Amos, though, moving it on that side and now holding on to the boards. Not letting that up get to the defense, and looks like they will inevitably. So now Owen Bentley's moving the other way, holding on to that into Norkovicius, right into the stick of Bentley as he's got a hold of it now as well.
Skate-o.
So now Owen Bentley getting a piece of it there with Schweitzer. And then Patton wants a piece of that action as well, and then gets through into the stick of Patton. He's able to clear that one out and going across and through Gata.
Little scary here.
As now Bentley's going to get held just a little bit and then trying to get that one through, and now
This has
Patton
to
has
get
a hold
out.
of it.
Good.
As Patton over to Brown, a bit of a breakout
Here
here
we go.
that's been needed all
Some
day.
speed.
Brown going to need it with the speed, and
Boom.
in net, and just missed. As now Miami will be taking it the other way. Now here we go, moving along.
That's
Looks
the
like a
speed
back
I'm
check
talking
there.
about, Dan.
And then Brown there with the back check and a big hit there on that 16 of Schweitzer. And now trying to move it along, and then that one going to be Kiesel chasing it. They're gassed, needing a change. Tarasovic going to get the dump in. Aiden Granica to chase. Ted Scholze, his defensive partner here, as he'll just choose to knock that one back. Going right across and then moving it through. Granica has possession, though. And now we'll wait through it. 3:46 and counting left in regulation. So now here you go. Miami on the interception. Waiting through it a little bit more. Berlando has it.
Good finish. There you go, Nolan.
And Patton just got a piece of it barely. And so now that one's in through and
Good
across.
D.
And Scholze there, we're going to try to clear it. Newton going to get a hold of it into the glove of Norkovicius.
That scared me there. One red jersey all by himself in front of the net. We can't have that.
Well, you know, we've been talking about it a lot today and kind of the mentality that needs to happen on
Yep.
what we see a lot of and just kind of some basic observation there. And I mean,
But the whole thing, Dan, is these are fixable. It's all fixable.
absolutely. And
All
you know,
fixable.
you'll have a game tomorrow and then some practice, and then the weekend of the 4th and 5th off as that one, the net to
loose.
come off and the loose puck. But looks like the referee will lose sight of it, so we'll have a whistle.
And we'll take that.
And, you know, kind of like what I was saying, moving back along, kind of looking at the schedule, you're going to have one tomorrow against Miami, and then you get OU, but you don't get OU till the 10th.
Yes, a little bit of a break there.
Yeah, and not a break, though, in the booth. We'll be here for the Robert Morris exhibition game
Wow.
as Buck there going right along and with Villasala as there is 3 minutes and counting left in the period. So going to have to take it from here and getting it back along, and now going the other direction, finding somewhere to breathe, and looks like Donahue there is going to have the hold of that one, and now back through it and again. And so there you go, trying to proceed. Can't have caution, though, but now Miami with all cylinders. Zoronsky tries to get across,
Good
intercepted
stop.
by Rudo. Rudo able to get it in. It's a foot race between him and
50-50.
Donahue. As that one
Good
going in, a
hit.
hit there. It's been the Rudo v. Donahue day so far between the two of them as they're fighting in between and going across, and that one looks like Higgins tried to get it through, and Mark Rudo as well. Going to need that, and goes right to Owen Bentley. He's just going to get it clear off
I like
the
this
stick of
pressure, Dan.
Zoronsky.
I like this pressure.
Right on the stick of Zoronsky. That one now moving for Donahue as he's going. He's going to get a dump in, cross side across, and Looks like Knifers looking to get back into the game in that corner, but now 2 minutes and counting remain here so far. So now here we go, waiting for it a bit longer as a bit of an encounter there. Still looking for it as Gobble
Good pickup.
and Furman, but now we have a rush. Kleinau moving with it. Granica's joins, and here you go. And
Somebody
now Gobble
shoot it.
staying behind so Granica can be down there. Got to have a man back. Kleinau will be that guy. And so now Miami on a bit of a rush here, trying to get on that cross side. Kleinau lost sight of him, and now moving it along.
Tired.
And that's in front and just missed off the tip. Attempted target was Michael Lau with less than a minute and a half left in regulation.
Right off his toe, Dan. Right off the player's toe.
And, you know, you see it quite a bit, but now waiting for it again. Granica going to get that one across and waiting through it just a little bit along. And we will have an ice.
Miami could have been first on that one. That could have been overruled. And here comes 22.
Yep.
22. There's a minute left, man.
So, yeah, Ollie Knifers to come back in, and we're going to see him as kind of a bit of a ring to it. But, I mean, it's a 5-goal game with a minute left. I'm not too worried, I suppose, about, you know, what is going on. I don't know if they are either, but
no pulling Mitchell. We can't come back now. We just have to finish the game out here and worry about tomorrow.
And that is 100% right. And here
Let me
you
say
go.
one thing, Dan. I'm sorry to cut you off. That number 11, Hartwell, he's a good player. He is a good player on Miami, and he's going to be one to watch for tomorrow.
Hartwell, Miller, and Viasala.
Yes.
Knifers in some instances, and another ice. And Miami's about to crash out here.
Yes.
Kind of losing their mind and needing to get reminded that they do not have a national championship, but we do.
Yep.
So they're going to yap like it's 1984.
There we go. There we go. We heard it.
And
it got in there, Dan.
It's
You got
nothing,
it in
nothing
there.
against Miami. I mean, Chris Bergeron has ties to both. I
Yep.
went to Boys State down there, a beautiful campus. I'll
Yes,
give
sir.
them that. And
Yep.
I mean, they're just kind of some discussion here, and
Yes.
I feel like, but I will say, though, even when it's out of grass and they have the guaranteed win, they're still showing fight. And
see, that's, I mean, that tells you.
Something to learn. And, oh, my Lance, the clock was running. 49.7 and counting. That's my apologies, folks. Getting
But
a
I
little.
don't think that will do anything, Dan. I don't think that, if anything, that helped us out a little bit.
Well, they're going by the game clock and not our score bug, but Patton going to get a little slash there from Hartwell.
Yep.
As
Too
now,
late
here
for
we
a
go.
penalty. Uh-oh.
As that's in front, and a
Wow.
shot deflected.
Wow.
Colin Hartwell tried it. I think
Patton.
Patton, tried to get in there and just give his two.
And he
his
got a
2
penalty
cents.
for it. Wow.
Yeah.
See, to me, that's hard-nosed hockey. He has the puck shooting it, Dan, and you can hit that player. And maybe it was from behind. Didn't really get to see it too well. But, hey, we needed to hit number 11, so let's show them that we're here.
Hartwell got hit by Patton. That's my question, too, is if it was numbers or anything like that. But, yeah,
Or just
another penalty for Bowling
Too
Green.
many strides, you know.
It could have been a charge.
Could have been. I didn't see the call, Dan, but.
Well, here we go. Nathan Berlando going to be facing off here.
And this is where
against
it
Anthony
irritates
Higgins.
me, Dan. We have 33 seconds. Let's just finish the game, guys.
And
Come
now
on.
going to be trying for it and waiting. The shot going
Wow.
to go wide over. And now 25 and counting
That
remain.
had eyes.
As now Colin Hartwell has possession of the puck, refusing to give up that force, and now officially less than 20 seconds left
I have a
in
feeling they're going to
regulation.
try to get one more, Dan, because that's the team
It
they
seems
are.
like it, but now they're trying for it. 9
Wow.
seconds, 8. The shot
Wow.
off Norca Vicious, and the deflection there. Brian Judge, case closed, does not get a goal.
And you know what we call those? Knob jobs. That was saved by the knob of Mitchell's stick. We got to kiss the knob of our stick sometimes. Yep, he's taking a look. You can see that, folks. I don't know how to zoom in. If I could, would.
Well,
but
you zoom in up there, but yeah, and I mean.
we're too late for that, but I'll learn next time for you folks.
Well, yeah, here we go, and 6.5 seconds remain.
No fights. Let's keep it cordial, guys.
As that one goes in, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 and 1. And that's just going to be Brian Judge. With your final, folks, 6-1 for the Miami Redhawks. They'll take a victory. Bowling Green to fall to 0-5. Miami going to have a 2-1 lead now. Bowling Green looking for their first win of the season. And when we take a look at the standings coming into tonight, Michigan had the lead. Miami was in third. Bowling Green, unfortunately, in dead last. One thing to consider, though, is that Ohio, Dayton, Denison, and Indiana have yet to play, and there's only 3 teams that have points on the board in the conference.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there's a lot to look at there. You know, I think we still, you know, it's just the beginning of the year, Dan. That's what I have to bring it back to, that, you know, we're a brand new team. We are, and a lot of new faces, a lot of new connections. This Miami team, only probably a couple new guys. So it's a big difference there. When you have a team, you know, that there's chem there, it makes a difference for sure. And I really think we just need maybe some more team bonding activity, some more practices. And, I mean, I think we're going to be there this season.
Well,
so.
and one thing to note, too, only had 1 practice between the game at the Yost and this, so definitely something to consider. But the boys will travel to Oxford. That game will be broadcasted. As of now, I believe Chip Creinin will be.
Tim almost fell on the ice, guys. I just want to let you know that. That was pretty hilarious. We like it.
Well, I will, just to let you know that I believe Chip will be doing play-by-play tomorrow.
And we got Chip on the bench here, folks.
Yeah.
So he's really changing up his atmosphere, because I'm manning his job right now, and now he's being coach. He's taking my spot.
Well, and the boys are going to wrap it up, and so will we. We wish you all a very safe travel home or anywhere, you know. Wishing you all a great night. Thank you so much for the folks here. Wish you all safe travels. Thank you so much for watching folks tonight at home. It was the Chip Creinin / Riley Martin show on color commentary. Dan Ridenour here with play-by-play. But thank you so much for joining us tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate you all for sticking with it as we go along to Oxford tomorrow for the Falcons to take on the Miami Redhawks. But this is going to wrap it up in the Myatt House on Mercer. You have been watching BGSU Club Hockey here on YouTube.
Thank you, folks. Have a good night. God bless.